Hello, the internet! I hope that worked. I pushed a button. Hello, YouTube. How are you? We don't need that up right now. And can I do pip out? Pip out? No. Pip out? We'll just take it out manually. We'll just do it manual. We'll do it. We're doing it live! As always. Ah, that's the wrong button. I built this stream a while ago. So, there we go. Pip out. Hello! Hello! Hello, and welcome to the internet, friends. How are you doing? Transition worked. Hello. Yes. Hello from Vault-Tec, says Corey. That's right, my Vault-Tec friends. Today we've got Nuka Cola Victory. I gotta go back, because, hold on. I'm going to my fridge, which means I'm off camera. Although I actually have a camera that I could be on if I was really quick on my fingers, but that's okay. Not that quick. I wish I got to set up the Pip-Boy. I got this Pip-Boy. You see this thing? I got this thing. It's pretty neat. I thought I was going to think it was dorky. It is dorky. I thought I was going to think it was lame, but it's pretty neat. I kind of like it. So what have we got here today, guys? What are we looking at? How do I make that not so big? What happened? Oh, Pip scale. There we go. No! Pip scale out. That seems wrong. Guys, that is wrong. Pip scale is all messed up. Stupid bastard. I'll be right back. You're probably gonna lose me for a second. This is lame. This is real lame. I know. Sorry, that's like the worst thing in the history of TV. So what have we got today? We've got Nuka Grape, Nuka Victory, Nuka Quantum, Sunset Sarsaparilla. That's what I got. I've also got this bottle of Nuka that is true to the show. And they say you can't drink out of it, but I'm gonna. So that's tough for them. What am I doing? Oh shoot, I should have brought, I'll go get those props in a minute. So we're gonna taste these. And I've got my own Nuka Victory we're gonna taste. We're gonna do that too. And I got a few other things we can play around with, and I'm gonna hang out with a few hours here. So thank you guys, welcome to the show. Let me know if the audio is bad. Let me know if there's anything I'm doing wrong. Just, you can dump all of your hatred on me. Go ahead, I can take it. I can't, I'm so wimpy. I'm such a wimp. The close-up camera exists, but won't be moving because of the way my rig is set up right now. Well, it will move. I can move it. I can set it to different positions. For example, we could do... Well, you're just not connecting now? Is that how this works? You have to be the active window? That's stupid. You should just, like, always work. I'm just going to say that. You should always work. That's what you should do. But like I can drive it and do all kinds of fun stuff with it. Normally I have it programmed, but for reasons today, I'm just gonna carry this with me and set shots. This thing is slipping down. Just a minor complaint about it. I don't know if you guys have ever seen one of these. This is the show accurate one from the wand company that Bethesda sells. Ironically, it is the most available and the cheapest of the Pip-Boy replicas and the most functional because it actually does stuff. I don't know if I can get this on camera very easily. Oh God, Greg, your stupid feet pedals. I got pedals down there. So I can like go to different modes. Let me see if I can get this in the shot. Greg. There it is, sort of. This is the best I can manage, guys. I don't have my overhead today. You got this stuff going on. There's an actual radio in here. Mostly it's a clock. This knob does stuff too. You can go through different screens and set things. And then this knob also does things. Does all stuff. And I'm gonna hack it at some point and actually make it. I want to put the chat on there for live streaming. I want to do all kinds of stuff. But yeah, it's the most affordable of the Pip-Boy replicas that also actually works. I would have preferred, they made a Pip-Boy 2000 at one point. That's kind of my jam. That's more my speed, you know, Fallout 1. Yeah, I installed the update to it. It's pretty cool. Actually, I was shocked at how easy the update was. But there is just an SD card in there. I was already watching the teardowns. So you can do things with it. I would love to put Wi-Fi on it. That's going to be hard, but we'll see. So, how's everybody doing? you just tried Nuka Grape. Which Nuka should we try first? I want to know how any of these are. I have tested this because I've been making my own Nuka Cola Victory for the show. And we can talk all about the science of why and how I'm doing that. The lab is ready. We'll be going over there in a minute. But yeah, man, what are we doing? What are we tasting? You uncapped your own bottles of Quantum Sunset and Nuka Grape to drink along. Nice. Do the Quantum first because it's the worst and it's all uphill from there. Okay. That sounds like a very reasonable position to take. Pain first. Pain before pleasure. We have such sights to show you. Switch over to the leaner. And now I do have to adjust. Man, there's just too many buttons, man. Too many. I got to adjust the browser size because I can't see you. Ah, man. YouTube! I was at a YouTube event like a few nights ago, and I should have talked about live streaming because I didn't. I should have told them I want better chat controls. I want a third-party chat or a better one for this. I just do. I'm sorry. 20 hours on a train? I'll be on a train in a couple weeks for probably that long or longer, but I'm going to have a room, so that'll be nice. Quantum! Let's do it. Let's see here. It is blue. Hey, I kind of, for my own scientific-y purposes, what we're going to do today. Oh, there's a message under the cap. I didn't know that. Keep your head in the game. Okay, I like that. With its unique flavor and distinct bluish glow, Nuka Quantum was poised to dominate the soft drink market. Unfortunately, it was released to the public on October 23rd, 2077, the same day the bombs fell. Actually, I'm going to walk to the other side of the room for 1 second. That is a very behind-the-scenes camera. Are you going to pick me up? Are we going to pick up? No? We just have to do this every fucking 5 seconds. Hey guys, how are you doing? Isn't this exciting? I'm doing this because it's going to tell the camera, follow me! We're just coming over here now. We're going to grab over here. Oh, yeah. And I'm in the dark, but I can turn these lights on later. I want to grab this little box. This will be fun. Okay. This is the lab. We'll be in here for real later. And this guy's having a hard time keeping up, not because it sucks, but because everybody complained it was too fast for us. So maybe for live streaming, I should speed it up. Okay. And I'm back down to the leany shot. So I just felt like, you know, we got to have our... There. We got to have our bottle glorifier so that they actually glow. Oh, there's an echo in that shot? Okay, I can fix that. Great to know. That'll just... I have to cut to it for a second, though, so hold on. Okay, now there's no audio loop in there. Good. Done. Thank you. Greg's a little quiet before the echo. That's fixable. How's that? Is that better? I got so many little doodads, guys. I have like a MIDI controller down here. I've got the Steam Deck. My lights are controlled by my phone, which should be handy. Hey, Sextus the Vampire. How are you doing? I'm looking at the wrong teleprompter. I got teleprompters. I'm everywhere, man. I'm all over the place. You got to turn it up to hear the ads that blew your head off. Oh, okay, shit. That's good to know. I don't want that. It's hard because, like, I'm going through a bunch of different equipment, and I thought that we were good, but it's hard because, like, I don't trust all these meters. All right, we're perfect now. Perfect is perfect. Can't beat perfect. Guys, let's find out what Jones Soda's licensed official Nuka-Cola Quantum tastes like. Naturally flavored with added other natural ingredients. Wait. That's the strangest thing I've ever seen on a label. Naturally flavored with other natural flavor. What does that mean? Okay. Does this like show up on camera? What's going on here? Yeah, it shows up. That's cool. Oh, we're at the wrong camera. I wanted to be down here. I'm like really bad at my job today, huh? Thanks, Jones. Thanks, Jones. And also, I wanted to say, if anybody from Bethesda is watching, I can do this. I can be your soda partner. Actually, I would love to be your drinks consultant if you're a game maker. And as a now SAG-eligible voice actor, I would like to be in your game as a voice actor. You should, by the way, and this is just my plug for this today, I got to do this. You should 100% check out Casting Whispers. That's the first game that I'm going to be in. I'm in now. It just went live, and we need people to buy it, please, because I would like to be famous. What horror movie should you watch for the holiday season? I just picked up my Holy Trinity, which is Return of the Living Dead, They Live, and Night of the Comet. There you go. Okay, so that's your horror settings movies for me. With its unique flavor, we talked about that. Where are the ingredients? Are they on here? It's a product of Canada. I didn't know that Jones Soda was one of my fellow Canadian company, just like me. Ingredients: carbo, water, cane sugar, citric acid, natural flavor, modified food starch, sodium benzoate, and potassium scorbate, preservatives, ester gum, and blue 1. Blue 1, that's a good blue for a number of reasons. All right, let's find out what this stuff is like. Night of the Comet is so good, guys. Honestly, as far... Whoa. Okay. As far as a blue raspberry drink goes, which is, I think, kind of what this is going for, that's not the bad worst. I hate blue raspberry. You can get these on Amazon as a flavor, but, like, yeah, this is kind of what I would expect, you know? It's very sweet. Has a sort of a green apple note, too. And it's funny because there's a little bit of a weird flavor there. They might be getting away with not listing malic acid on these because I was looking into this. Malic acid, there's an argument to be made that, like, well, is it a flavoring or is it a whatever? And if it's a flavoring, it probably doesn't need to be listed on the label, but it tastes a little bit malic acid-y to me. Go check out Casting Whispers. That's right, Sextus. Help the Greg. You gotta help the Greg. Okay, so we're focus here. I don't have a follow focus on this, so I really got to give it the lean. I got to give it the lean. You saw it when you were too young, Return of the Living Dead. It's like the best movie. I finally got my wife is like notorious for like not really watching movies with me, but she'll like watch movies with me. She finally, for the first time, really watched Return of the Living Dead. And when it was over, she was like, holy shit, that's like a real movie. That's like a really, really good movie. Not Night of the Living Dead, Return of the Living Dead. She was just like, that's really good. What the fuck? So that was fun. Yeah, malic acid can jump out as an aroma. I think it's malic. I think there's some malic acid in there. It's green apple is what the flavor is when you have malic acid. That's a fun idea. We should make cocktails with these. Somebody just said, what would you add to Nuka Cola? Which I don't have on hand. Just straight up nuke. But, yeah, we should add alcohol to these at some point. That'll be fun. All right, let's do the next one. What are we voting for next? Grape? Everybody loves grape. It's the most popular flavor of soda in the world. Grape, soda. Grape, soda. No, I'm not adding blue curacao to it. Here we go. Nuka grape. And does it say something under here? This one's just got a QR code. Okay. Nuka grape. That smells you know, the Freezy Pops. The Freezy Pops, that bag of sugar water that you put in the freezer and cut your mouth with. That's what I remember from my youth, and that's what this smells like. I don't have a rotovac, but I was doing some distillation. I was doing some vacuum distillation the other day for the show. That's in an upcoming episode where I make a clear espresso martini. And let me tell you what, it came out great. I might make that for you guys today, just as a preview. I wonder what Tim Kaine would think of these. Honestly, I don't think anybody would like these. This has nothing to do with Tim. I don't think people would like this. It tastes like grape soda. That's exactly what it is. I wish they had put, this is just me. Oh yeah, we're talking? No, I don't want sleep mode. No. Stay awake, bitch. Thank you. Oh, you know what we should be doing though? Hold on. Where is that? That would be data? No. Inventory? Yeah, we should be. We should definitely be checking these for radiation. I don't know about that. Yeah, not into this. But I'm not into grape soda. If you happen to be into grape soda, first off, I don't know you. Secondly, that one is a grape soda. No, I just always wish that they would give more consideration to like the lore, because like is it? I guess the question you have to ask is Nuka Grape the grape soda from Nuka Cola, or is Nuka Grape Nuka Cola that is somehow grapey, like that has grape notes in it, or like some fusion of those flavors? I would always go with that just because it gives you more to play with, like it's more interesting. This thing keeps wanting to slide all over my arm, which I could fix, but I guess I'll just wear it lower. But then it kind of, you just kind of treat it like a watch. You want this to not move like a watch, but it has to kind of live like a watch. What soda flavor would complement the taste of weed but not mask it? Oh, that's fun. Off the top of my head, nutmeg. Like a cinnamon soda, cinnamon and mint? No. Well, because you don't realize it because of associations, right? But like the terpenes that are present in your marijuana are very similar to the flavor profile, like the terpenes that are present in mint, and the terpenes that are present in coffee, and the terpenes that are present in, and those two things. Like there's a lot of and the stuff that's in, that makes gin. It does depend on the terpenes, but like, honestly, I think that when you start talking about turning it into an extract and drinking it, you're talking about I don't know how, how big are the differences? I mean, enough to taste different, but like ultimately, I think they're all going to taste somewhere on the similar spectrum. You know what I mean? So I would say that, let's just turn that off because that's a little bit annoying, right? That's like, just out, please. I don't know if that's more annoying or not, but it's doing something now. It's annoying. Let's just kill the volume on it. Can you just stay put? There you go. I'm missing some stuff. Ginger, yeah, ginger's good. I would say that here's what you would do with a THC thing. Anything you would do with gin, just because there's so much overlap between the flavors that are present in THC, in weed, and also in gin. Pinene and limonene are both very dominant terpenes, particularly pinene, in both gin and cannabis. So I would say that that's your go-to. That's probably it. Treat it like gin. How many viewers do we have? I can't see. I hate that. Oh, 328. Hello, 328 people. Guys, we're just, for those of you who are just tuning in, I don't have any of those old sodas on hand because they go bad. I mean, like, technically those are that sitting up there. Have they gone bad? I don't know. Maybe. I might have like a warm something on hand. Hold on. I got a Nuka Cherry up here. I got my Quantum up here. Would be kind of fun, huh? I guess we almost have to. If I have a Quantum, I kind of have to. Let's see if it kills me. I have a Nuka Cola here. I don't even want to revisit my Nuka Cola because I don't think I'm going to like it as I did once upon a time. And then the other one I made was cherry, and I have Quantum. But I'll take these down. Yeah, so I think that I would do Nuka Cola differently now, and then I would have to get Tim Kaine to recertify it as canon. But here's my Quantum. Yeah, do I have my bottle opener? Because mine are crowns. There we go. Let's see if this is okay, this room temperature Nuka Quantum. Oh, yeah, it smells great. I love that. Overly sweet, but very nutmeggy, spiced. Not blue raspberry in the slightest, much more in the profile of a cola, with some additional tropical fruit notes. I like that a lot, actually. That's really good. Nah, it hasn't gone bad. I mean, it hasn't grown mold or anything like that. I suppose it's gone a little flat. I'm not gonna tempt fate because I didn't put any like proper preservatives in there, but I think if I was gonna make that again, I would put more acid in it. I would make it brighter, maybe with a malic, maybe with a little bit more, like with some phosphoric acid, that kind of stuff. I've learned a lot about soft drink development since I made these, which is kind of fun to like revisit them. Let's see how my Nuka is. And if I recall, this is super cinnamony. Ooh, nice hiss. Nice hiss. Ooh, more cinnamon notes, overpoweringly cinnamon. I love it as a soda, but I would probably do it a different way. Also, there is what we would call some creaming on all of these, which is there's a little line here because I did not polish the essence that goes into them. I still have essence, so I could make, no, I might not for the one. Thank you so much. Anybody on the fence for OmniFizz, get off and buy it. Oh, I don't know if I have an OmniFizz. Do I have an OmniFizz? I drink mate, OmniFizz. I don't know what that is. Are you like, do you work for OmniFizz? Are you advertising them? Guys, I do, at this point in the show, have to remind everybody on the internet that this is a How to Drink Telethon, as is all of my stuff. These phones are standing by. They're standing by right now. This phone is not standing by. The only thing that phone calls is 1961 in Casting Whispers. You can call that phone in the game, so you should check out the game. But without Patreon, I can't make this show. I don't really know how to explain. I do know how to explain it. How to Drink is an extremely full-time job. It is a full-time job. Do you get a tote? We've actually looked into doing totes. Do you want a tote? We can make totes a thing. Totes are actually, as far as merch goes, like pretty accessible. 100% we could do totes. OmniFizz is a drink mate. Okay, cool. I'm not like up on drink mate lore. I switched to, wait, don't distract me. I'm doing my pitch, gang. I got a pitch. HDD Swizzles is a thing we're looking at. Actually, let me show you what I'm looking at. We're talking about merch now, I guess. We are doing merch. So a long time ago, somebody gave me these as a gift. Let me see. Oh, good. My close-up is working. Is it? It should be. Yeah. So these guys are, they used to make these. These are swizzle sticks from like the 30s that you can get pretty cheap on the internet, but not like really expensive. They're made of cobalt glass. They're actually just laboratory glass stirring rods, and they would print labeling on them. I'm looking into bringing these back. I'm looking into doing some kind of like how to drink version of these, specifically the cobalt, just because I think they're so cool. Oh, this one's actually a soda straw from Surfside Sips, but that's funny. It just looks identical. I didn't talk to him, but yeah, I would love to be able to do those because I don't think anybody else is doing them, and I don't know if you can see, and I think this is just faded a lot, but there's like a whole thing here for the hotel bar at the Roosevelt on here, like in silver currently, but I have a funny feeling it used to have brighter colors on it. I just think they're neat. I would love to do something with these, so I'm looking into that. Yeah, umbrellas are a thing we're thinking about. I've got a shirt in the works. The shirt will be in the How to Drink shop very soon, which is at hdshop.com, by the way. Let me smallify that, I guess, so that I can actually see chat. I need to figure out, they make, oh, that's annoying. How goes the drink manufacturing process? Love the pins. You mean the soft drinks? Thank you, by the way, JS2K. Yeah, so, all right, let me get my Patreon thing in. Look, at How to Drink Patreon, first off, you will be helping this show stay alive because something happened with the YouTube. I'm not complaining. It's just the nature of the game, but it's not my friend anymore. Probably I got worse at my job. Actually, I was talking to somebody at Google who told me exactly that. I'm working on getting better at my job. I'm bad at clickbait, apparently. But the revenue ain't there, man. And so we had to really pivot into trying to offer patrons more. So as much as we can, we are really trying to quadruple down on making Patreon awesome. And it does make the show possible. So if you want me and Meredith to continue to have a life, if you want me and Meredith and our children to continue to survive, check out the Patreon. Nah, YouTube's right, Pirate Lady. It's okay. And through our Patreon, you're going to get access to the How to Drink app that I developed. You're going to get access to our private Discord. You're going to be making this a reality. You will get access to behind-the-scenes content. You'll get to hear me bitching about a lot of things. You will get access to development content, exclusive drinks. You will be on, honestly, I really think that like one thing that is hard to put into words is like you'll be on the inside loop. Like I did all this work that you're about to see the results of, like when I was distilling coffee. I was up all night in the Discord showing people what was going on in real time and like getting their feedback. Some of these people are really smart. They were like, Greg, your cold trap's not set up right. And like, you know, it was a super awesome, handy thing. We're all kind of in there together. Stay on. It's more fun when you stay awake. And it's hard to, you know, really convey that. You'll also get pins. We have pins. I think it's the $10 level. Yeah, you can distill coffee. You can distill anything, actually. I mean, it doesn't become alcohol, but it's distilled. We made a fractional distillation. We have a hydrosol of coffee, and I use it to make a clear espresso martini. And if I have enough of it and I feel confident about it, I'll make one here on the show. Thank you very much, Brian Boolman. Sorry. Do you get revenue from premium reviewers? I do. I absolutely do. It works out to being the same as ad revenue. It does. Honestly, it's not that the revenue is down, it's the viewership is down. My viewership went, meow. I've done a lot of liquid nitrogen on the show, No Such Person. It's not a big deal. We've done it in the past. I don't do it on the show anymore so much because it's super inaccessible, but I've been doing so much stuff now that it's not really accessible that I don't have any, if I have reason to bring it back, I will. Let me tell you, it's much easier for me to do dry ice, and if you put dry ice in ethanol, I can get that down to about 150 minus Celsius or something like that, and that is cold enough for just about everything I want to do, except for you can manufacture liquid nitro. Did he make a big deal about that? It's just a compressor. It just pulls it right out of the atmosphere. It's cool. I mean, it'd be very handy to have that, but I can go 3 minutes from my house. I can buy liquid nitrogen, and it's cheap, dude. It's like, I don't know, like $2.50 a liter or something like that. So, all right. Yeah, there you go. I'll be pitching this throughout the show. Guys, throughout the show. I wish I was like WNYC and I had that. If you are a local, you would know that, and it means that it's matching. Whatever you donate will be matched by some mysterious benefactor. We don't have mysterious benefactors, and I just go to the welding supply. If you go to a welding supply and you have the right equipment to collect it, you can get CO2 and liquid nitrogen. Very, very easy. And then there's another shop near me that does the dry ice. So all of which are pretty affordable, actually. And if you want to make your own dry ice, actually all you need is a CO2 bottle filled with CO2 that has something called a dip tube in it, so it'll spray it out as a liquid instead of a gas. There you go. Okay, and you know what you can do is, just don't tell your moms, you take a sock and you put that on the nozzle of your CO2 bottle with a dip tube and just spray it in there and you'll have dry ice. We did that once on the show when we ran out and I needed some real bad. I don't know what Fallout for Hope is, so I'm not up on all the things. But, all right, let's get into the next Nuka Cola flavor. So far, well, between grape and quantum, I prefer their quantum, but between their quantum and my quantum, I prefer my quantum. So, okay, yep, do the leany cam. Meow, coming on down into the zone. We're in the zone now, baby. Oh, this thing is now showing a map. Are we on? Yeah, I gotta turn the pippity pip back on. Do I need to do that? I don't know. I don't know that I'm even equipped for it. No, I'm not. Okay, yeah, like, so whatever. There, I'll just have to show it to you upside down. This camera makes my arms look dope. I don't even work out. That's awesome. It's just the lens. Oh, the radio got turned on. It has a real radio in it. That's what that noise was. My mistake. All right, let's do... I'm actually really excited about the Sunset Sarsaparilla. I haven't had that one. I don't suppose a bottle glorifier even makes sense in this one's case because it's not a Dayglow product. It does look great, doesn't it? I was super... Thank you, JS2K. I mean, obviously I bought it as a prop to wear on the show because I'm doing some Fallout content. It's Fallout time. And I didn't really, honestly, care to own one. I kind of wanted a 2000, but they don't make one that's functional, and they're really expensive, even though they're not functional. You can get this for like $200, which is not cheap, but if you're a grown-up and you like to buy toys, it's fine. I actually like it so much more than I thought I was going to like it. It's super cool. Greg has already had Super Mutant Serum. I don't think so. I mean, I'm probably just like a regular mutant, not like a super mutant. Yeah, it's like pretty cheap, especially when you consider like the fact that their non-functioning 2000 goes for like a bajillion times something. It is, I'm not that gray. My wife is always like, honey, you need to switch that light. There's a hard, I need to switch, she's right, I need to switch out this light. It is my hair light, I swear. Look at the, see the shadow? I'm not that gray. I have like a shock of gray here. My beard has gone fucking gray, but my hair hasn't gone gray. Has Real Radio made me get one. Just now, I don't get anything on that. I don't, have I don't have we don't have a deal with them. All right. Sunset Sarsaparilla, courtesy of Jones Cola. Do they put a star under the cap? They don't. They put a fucking QR code under the cap. Bastards. From the folks at Jones Soda Company. Where we got a story here? Howdy. Oh, I'll do my my best Festus. Howdy, partner. Quench your thirst the old-fashioned way with an ice-cold bottle of Sunset Sarsaparilla. Legendary Wild West flavor cherished across the Mojave since 1918. And don't forget to keep an eye out for those elusive blue star caps. On one day, fortune just might smile your way. It's the wildest ride in the wilderness. All right. Cheers. That's a decent root beer. Oh, what's that weird flavor? What's that? It's an unusual, a lot of vanilla. I say weird. It's weird until I identify it. Lots of vanilla. Huge vanilla. Big, it's almost a cream soda. This is a cream soda that they added some wintergreen and Toscano to, probably. Okay, up next, Nuka Victory. Victory Nuki Coley. I popped the QR code for a new car. Was it sassy or smooth? It was a sassy. No, sorry, it was smooth. It was smooth. It was, like I said, it was like basically cream soda, JS2K. I would, like I said, I would love it if How to Drink could be like the place that, you know, other video games come to when they want to do a licensed soda. Oh, and somebody was asking me how's manufacturing sodas going. It's hard. So I had a lot to learn about the business, and I think I'm semi-zeroed in on how to do that. I need to find there's a name for this. The problem for co-packer is easy. Flavors is hard, because if I do the soda, I'll explain. I want to be able to make the flavor custom from the ground up on the show, and then be able to say to you, you can buy this. You can buy this soda that I built right here. And to do that, I need to find a flavor house that will take my straight up chemical formulas and do what needs to be done to make them shelf stable and, like, you know, legal for consumption, and then reproduce and just produce that, right? Like, there's I add some preservatives, whatever is like this. I don't deal with the preservatives. I don't have any need for it. But for a bottle you do. And like, there's probably some other things. Just make sure it's safe. Check that it can scale, that the ingredients I used weren't crazy expensive, because sometimes that'll happen. And then we'll work on that. But when you call these flavor houses and say, hey guys, I need like 4 gallons of flavor, which by the way is enough to produce like 100,000 bottles of soda or something like that. They say, well, what does it taste like? And say, well, I have got a formula. And they say, yeah, what does it taste like? And then they will eventually admit that, like, what we have is a bunch of flavors we've already developed, and we will happily blend them to match your flavor. But I don't think that's a cool story for a product. I don't think that's a cool thing to be able to say to the show, hey, I developed this, and then these other guys did their best based on it, so you can taste that. And so I'm really, really, really looking for a place that will just take my formula and rebuild it. Now I've got a little list of more flavor houses to call, and supposedly these guys are going to do that. I just haven't had a chance to do the research, because I am personally, you will never know this, but I'm going to take like 5 weeks vacation. Thank God, finally. You're not going to miss an episode, because that's what I've been doing, is I've been cranking extra episodes. And that would allow me to take a little break, and you won't see it. So when I take that break, the work I'll be doing is calling the flavor houses and maybe writing a novel. I'd ask if the soda flavors need to be liquid and bottled. I don't know what that means. The flavors come in a gallon of concentrate, and then you take that, or whatever quantity, to your co-packer. And your co-packer has a set of instructions, like, X amount of flavor to X syrup at what bricks, and then they batch that up in like these huge tanks, and then they put that into their bottling line and bottle it up. So that's what they do. Okay. And it's hard to find somebody to do that. So, especially because YouTube hates when creators take breaks and interrupt their flow. That's not YouTube. Matt Tia Cariacola. That's... I don't know. I can defend YouTube a lot because it's not really YouTube's fault. Okay, wait, let's do the Nuka Cola thing and then we'll talk YouTube for a second. This is Nuka Victory from Jones, but I have my own and we'll taste that in a minute. Jesus, what kind of a monster am I? Nuka Victory. So I would describe that as a green apple soda or something like it in the dark. However, I know that it's supposed to be peach and mango, and knowing that, I would say, oh yeah, okay, I can see that. It's peach mango. Shipping syrup to customers easier. No, same problems. Still need a co-packer, still need a flavor house. If I have the flavor, I can sell you a syrup or a soda. It doesn't matter. I need a brewery? I don't need a brewery at all. No, a brewery would be the wrong. I need a flavor manufacturing factory. Of these, this is definitely my favorite. I actually like this one quite a bit. Campaign 4 of what? I'm sorry. Yeah, I love fake peach. And by the way, it's not fake. We call it fake because we don't know better, but there's nothing fake about it. The flavor that you like in peach is mostly, it's a quatrain of things. Quatrain? It's 4 things. It is aldehyde C14. It is gamma dodecalactate, alpha decalactone, gamma dodecalactone, and sigma. The other one. One of the other ones, decalactones. It's the decalactones and aldehyde C14, which I think is actually another decalactone. But it's delicious. I love it. You guys want to talk YouTube? Let's talk about the tube, gang, because there's a lot of... Hey, everybody. I'm on my feet. There's no alcohol in these, but you might think there is because of the way I behave. Why don't we make a drink and I'll talk tube? Let's do that. Pick one. Whoever's loudest in the comments is going to win. What do we want to mix with alcohol? And it'll be one of theirs. Grape, Quantum, Sunset, or the Nuka, the Victory. Come on. Come on. Get off my tongue, nerd. Okay. Sunset with tequila. That's 2 sunsets. We got blue, sunset, grape, Quantum, margarita. Ooh, that's a weird idea. Blue. I see blue and sunset. Blue and sunset, V for victory. Okay, we're going to do sunset and we're going to do blue and we're going to say V for victory for later because I got my own ideas for that one. That's something I'm working on. I'm working on an episode for a atomic cocktail. I'm going to step off camera for a second. I really wish I had a camera that would just like follow me everywhere I went. So I'm going to bring something else to set for that just because I meant to grab it before and I didn't have it. What do I mean set? I don't mean set. I mean this actual like cozy bar that is in my house. That's going to be my atomic cocktail serving vessel that I cobbled together from like 3 or 4 different things. I'm going to need a glass. I'm going to need some glassware. These ones will be fine. Okay, I mean, these are not going to be complicated drinks. They're just not. They're just not complicated, okay? So, you know what I would like to do with let's do this one. Let's do sarsaparilla. What we're going to add to sarsaparilla will be Kahlua. I think Kahlua is a good idea, just basically because they're exactly the same label. I didn't even notice that. Look at that. They're the same fucking label. Can you believe that? Oh, this camera is way Dutch. Look at how Dutch that is. What? Oh, we got to fix that. I'm going to hack this thing. There's like some stuff about the coding here that I don't love. You keep falling off my network and all kinds of problems when I need to drive my camera. Okay. There you go. That's a little better. And should we bring it up some or down? I can actually send it further away, which would probably be better. Isn't this fun? No, it's not. Nobody cares about what I'm doing. But it does give me a wider shot. I just gotta make sure I don't tension that cable too much. There we go. I'll just move this out of the way. That's better for just having one shot set up. Yeah, okay, but so I was looking around in the guts of the software for that camera thing, and they have the game controller stupid limited, and we're gonna unlimit it in a lot of ways. So we're gonna do that, and we need something to go with that. I think rum is the correct choice. I don't want to use any kind of a rare rum that I would rather not lose, you know, my contents of. My rums are precious to me. This is perfect. Okay. Let's get a little icy. Man, I don't know how you wear this all the day out there in the Mojave. Sure makes me wish for a nuclear winter. Let's do 1.5 ounces of rum. Winner, nuclear winter. We're making a naughty dog. Yeah, I guess so. That's probably about right. Let's do, you know, it was just instinct. 50% of that in Kahlua, so 3/4 of an ounce of Kahlua. But you're right, it is a naughty dog. I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of cocktails. I learn them, and unless I drink them on a regular basis, they are gone from my head. Or I make them for friends on a regular basis. If I made it for the show one time, I promise you I don't know what the hell, I have no memory of it. There we go. Let's give that a quickie. Might have wanted another ice cube in there, but that's all right. Let's see what it's missing, if it's missing. Oh, that's weird. I brought out some pretty weird flavors there. There's some like, make the flaming Homer from memory. That's easy, because you just mix everything. There's like some, it became, I don't know, how would I describe that? It brought out some unpleasant flavors. Like a little plasticky or something. What, can I save that? How would I save that? A little lime maybe? Lime and rum sounds weird. Or lime and coffee sounds weird. Lime and, oh, you know what we could do? That actually might work. Let's do 1/2 ounce of curacao. I don't know. Just winging it. Hey, if this sucks, we're moving on. I know. Why curacao? Well, because coffee and orange kind of go together pretty well. It's a lot better. I like that a lot. It's maybe now a little bit too much in the wrong direction that way. But yeah, that's cool. There's like a sweet orange, almost chocolate. I'm doing an extra 1/2 ounce of Kahlua. You would scale this differently. I'm just trying to rebalance. Someone said ice it. Yeah, I probably should add a little more ice to it. I actually think add a little more sunset. That's pretty good. I like that. A little bit, thin it out a little bit more. It probably just wasn't enough sunset sarsaparilla to begin with too. The orange and coffee like each other quite a bit, and they complement the herbal notes in root beer pretty well. The whole thing is pretty sweet, not gonna lie. It will knock you on your ass. There's plenty of alcohol in here. But not bad. I like it. Definitely not my favorite drink, but okay. Now I gotta do the blue one. Everybody wants me to make the blue drink. Well, we're gonna have a blue drink. Will we though? Should I make it a different color? Are there any in-game drinks that are made with quantum, like in-game crafted cocktails or something? Quantum margariti. For the Jays. Right on. Nuka Shine. That's in that one I didn't play. 76, right? And, okay, so Nuka Shine is from 76 and it's made with quantum. What goes into Nuka Shine in the game? Yes, it goes in, yes. Come on, help me out now. That's a whiplash flavor off the last thing. Oh, so it's nuclear, quantum, and waste. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be tricky. Huh. Okay. Well, hang on. Just getting rid of a hairy ice cube. I mean, it's blue raz. My instinct would be to just add vodka. But that's not fun. Just looking at my bottles. I don't know what color it's gonna be when I'm all said and done here. I don't need that idea. Also back towards coal. Well, you can't really just do a sour with a soda. Like once you have a soft, like a carbonated beverage in there, to turn that into anything other than sort of a, and I'm over here at my drinks wall, sorry. To turn that into anything other than sort of a, a highball, a soda blank, a soda plus, it would require me to do a lot of work. I would have to like probably cook that Nuka Quantum back down into a syrup. That's the way I would do that. I'm not even gonna attempt to make a sour with it because I think it would be a mistake. Sorry to disappoint. Yeah, I think we're gonna keep it simple. I don't think tequila's a wise idea. I don't hate the idea, but I think it's a mistake. I think we're gonna go, I don't like the instinct. I just don't think it's gonna be a good idea. Let's do this. Okay, get your 2 ice cubes in there. Let's do 1.5 ounces of vodka. Awkward hand movements. Let's do 1/2 ounce of, maybe like 1/4 ounce of, allspice dram. Solid pour of our Nuka Blue. And a splash of Ango, if it hopefully floats. There you go. What do you think of that? Is that cool? I don't know. Kind of turned muddy, like not my favorite color, but it's always fun to have a float. Oh, put it on the coaster light. Good call. Good call. Thank you. Thank you. There you go. Ta-da! Let's see if it's garbage. It's probably garbage. I actually like that. Mix them up. Of course, that was a sip of... Oh, it does look like an oil spill. That's a classic drink, yeah. It kind of turned into gin. That's surprising. It turned into gin. The earthy bitterness of the big fat pour of Ango that's in there really makes it taste like gin. There's a lot of spicy herbal notes in there, and then that somehow combined with the tangy blue razziness of the... Yeah, you can put a lime in this easy. I'm not going to do it right now. But the tangy blue razziness of the Quantum, it's gin. It tastes actually weirdly like gin. So that's fun. Just checking our view count. How many people are here? We've been here for an hour. Hey guys, 422 viewers. Welcome to the How to Drink live show today. Let me call out some names. Brian Buhlman, Ashton Betcher, Mark Meza, Roman Alba, JS2K, No Such Person, Star Jumper, Super Mutant Coloring. Just so the people know I'm live. You got to do that so that people know. Arson with a C says, "What's up, y'all?" Welcome to the stream, Arson. How you been? Exendemit, all the exotic ingredients to arrive at a glass of gin. Angel Whispers. Okay, let me know. How drunk is he already? I am not. Mr. Freak of Sunshine, evening. Daniel Clark, Chris Belgian, T. Snowman, Alyssa Bookman, Brandon Burgess, Danny C. Go drunk yourself. Ha ha ha. Ernie T. Lonema 94, Clay, Machine, Dunes, Drinks, Magic Fan. Dunes, that's awesome. You could take this job and shovel it. Syria Rampu. Oh, I forgot to go get a new shower head. My shower head broke this morning. That sucks. I know where my 4-year-old's going tonight. We're going to the freaking Home Depot. Eyes of Sin. Alyssa Bookman. Eyes of Sin is a longtime supporter of the show on Patreon. Hey, 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 hey. Y'all know about Patreon? You know about that? So this show is only possible through the support of patrons like you. And if you love How to Drink and you want me to be able to continue to make it, and if you want to come here and hang out in these live streams, and if you want to watch new stuff that I'm doing, and I am doing a lot of new stuff on the show. My efforts lately, I don't know. I made a weird pivot into like TV. I am trying to turn How to Drink into a TV show. And so I have started doing a ton of primary research. I'm pouring through old newspaper archives to find lost history, secret etymologies of cocktails, origins, people that we don't know about that are adjacent to this world. And I am turning them into small documentaries, and I am doing shows on that. What you got flashing out on the Pip-Boy there? It's like a map or something. Oh, also the radio keeps... No. You can do all kinds of things with it. I could totally check, like... I could tell you that that is fucking radioactive. So, like, I'm doing this whole thing on the history of Prohibition, but, like, the forgotten history, the people that you don't know or remember that existed, the places, the events. I did an episode on Texas Guinan, probably the most famous woman in the world for, like, 30 years. I'm not even exaggerating, and nobody knows who she exists. Nobody even talks about her anymore. People wrote about how no one would forget her, and then they forgot her. She was the inspiration. She was best friends with Mae West, and Mae West based her on-screen persona on her. So, like, to say that she was not influential is crazy. She was hugely influential, totally gone, ran all these speakeasies in New York, just a totally boss, bitch, awesome babe. Nobody's watching that stuff. Nobody's watching. I don't know how to package it, I guess. But I'm putting a ton of effort into it. The people who do watch it seem to love it. But, like, it's the kind of content I want to make. It's not getting the views. So check that out. I would love it. Thank you, Danny B. Even influenced Star Trek. That's right, Guinan. And like, if you want me to be able to keep making the show, and Meredith to keep making the show, and because it's a full-time job, extremely a full-time job, please check out my Patreon. I don't actually have a link in this, but it's not hard to find. You can go to patreon.com/howtodrink, or you can go to htdapp.com. If you go to htdapp.com, you will be presented with the How to Drink app, which is a system-agnostic mobile app that turns the whole show into your own personal cocktail guide. It has a lot of features. I am personally still working on it all the time. I haven't put it in a day or 3 of coding in a minute because I was did a big push, and now I've got to make the show again. I've got camera features in there that suggest cocktails to you based on what you point the camera at, all kinds of crazy stuff going on. You get access to that. You're going to get pins. You're going to get access to our private Discord. You're going to get behind the scenes content. You're going to get development content. You're going to get to talk to me in the Discord about how YouTube works and what a nightmare it is and all that shit. And it's not a nightmare. It's an amazing miracle that's made my life possible, but it's not also a bed of roses. So do check that out. Please, please, please put a feature to sort by newest added. Oh, on the drinks thing? Oh, that's a good idea. We should do that, yeah. Carrie Nation, I should do an episode on her. I haven't done that. Like the history stuff that we've been doing has been on, I'll tell you all of the stuff I've done. I did the history of the bee's knees, which is really weird and very surprising and not at all. I know the real history. Everything else you look up about that drink on the internet is wrong. I had to go back to newspapers and dig and dig and dig. I'm telling you, the shit's cool. I did an episode on Texas Guinan, same story. I mean, like, I think the birthday in her Wikipedia was wrong. She was a fascinating person and really just the embodiment of the Roaring 20s, you know, like just you gotta know about this woman. I've done an episode on what people really drank during Prohibition. And by the way, if you check that one out, what people really drank during Prohibition, about the most popular drinks during Prohibition, I receive a phone call in that episode. You might notice a phone number on the screen. Go check out the video game Casting Whispers, my first video game that I'm in. I'm very proud of that. It's an awesome game. It just went live, I think, yesterday, and it's made by a solo dev. It's the coolest thing ever. It's on Steam. We need so much love to make that thing happen. He's a fan of the show, and that shit needs to blow up. And since I am trying to become a voice actor, I need that shit to blow up. So go check it out. Really cool, like horror survival, cosmic horror, MK Ultra, fascinating, cool thing. Please check that out. Or, you know, if it's not your thing, don't check it out. But do check it out if it is your thing. Doing so much over there, so please check out the Patreon. Anyway, let's talk about what I'm doing on the show. Oh yeah, shows, right. So, man, maybe like 2 sips of alcohol did make me drunk. Whoa, I'm a lightweight. You guys don't realize what a lightweight I am, but I'm a lightweight. Well, thank you, Eyes. Thank you very much. You might find this interesting, but look up the Whiskey Wars. Oh yeah, I might find that interesting. So episodes that I'm currently writing or shot. I did an episode on the history of the Dark and Stormy. Spoiler. Goslings, much that I love them, are lying. I did an episode on the history of the Bee's Knees. The Dark and Stormy's not out yet. I just shot that. I did a whole thing on Johnny Appleseed that is coming. I shot that. That's not done being cut yet. Coming in the coming weeks. I did an episode. I'm working on an episode about this raid that happened at 21, which was a speakeasy in New York that went on for like 12 hours. They never found a drop. And then like 5 minutes later, they were back and open for business. It's crazy. I'm working on an episode on the history of this thing called the Central Park Casino, which was a speakeasy that the mayor ran in the middle of Central Park throughout towards the end of Prohibition. Crazy. Casting Whispers is the game, yes. I'm working on this Fallout content. Honestly, this is a big episode. It kind of took over. It's going to be a big one. So anyway, I just did this episode, like kind of my Halloween episode on Jack Parsons. I got another Halloween episode I'm doing now, though. I've decided to do one for the... I'm doing one on Jekyll and Hyde, the movie from 1931, with that stuff. So please do all those things. Please do all those things if you like this show. So, all right. We did a bunch of stuff over here. I had some other, somebody wanted to talk about YouTube. People say, yeah, I was talking about how I've been focused like a laser beam on just cranking out so much content. Well, cranking in, it hasn't come out yet, so that I would have enough runway so that I could like take 5 weeks off for myself, which is coming up in a week. So you won't notice it because the episodes will keep coming, but I'm going to take some time off. I'll probably be doing some shorts and stuff from my sabbatical. But somebody was talking about, because I said that, they said that, oh, YouTube punishes you if you take a break. That's really not how YouTube works. And it's easy to think that like YouTube says, oh, Greg made an episode, and thank you very much, Daniel Sapp. Let's push that out. But that's not really how it works at all. It's the opposite of that. It's, oh, Kyler Wolf logged into YouTube or just opened up a browser. Pirate Lady just opened up a browser. Brian Boolman just opened up their phone. Daniel Sapp just sat down on the TV and put on the YouTube app. What would they like to see? What do we know about them? What would they like to see? What do we know about all the content on the platform? And what do we know about that viewer? What do we think is the thing that they would find irresistible right now? And that is what YouTube puts in front of their face. YouTube is trying to figure out not who would want to see my content, like they're working for me. They're trying to figure out what content you would want to see. They're working for you. And so as a creator, it's very easy to get, they don't always get it wrong because you're watching something sign. They get it wrong 99 out of 100 times, but that one time that they get it right, the thing that you click on, that's the only thing that mattered. Ooh, Matahari, interesting idea, yeah. Sorry, I got my train of thought was interrupted there. No sleep. We can stay awake. No sleep. Whatever. You do what you want. So they're always trying to figure out what you want to watch. And so like the thing that matters for me is my click-through rate. Like YouTube offers my content to people because they think that those people would enjoy my content. I am not going to Good Springs. I don't fly on airplanes, Camia. I have a problem with airplanes. They don't, and so my click-through rate's like 3%, which is terrible. Terrible. Honestly, it's terrible. I was actually literally just told by a guy at YouTube that he's like, if you're less than 10%, like you're a failure. It just sucks. You have to fix that. So, so Daniel, I mean, you might be a very special person, Danielle. But YouTube figured out a long time ago that people spend more time on the platform watching more content if they show them not what they're subscribed to. It's true, JS. Yeah, I mean, it's fact too, right? So like, what click-through means is like YouTube offers my content to somebody. That person either clicks or they don't. And if they offer to 100 people, in my case, about 3 to 4 people click on it, and everybody else doesn't. And if that many people are choosing not to watch my content, YouTube says, all right, people don't really like this. So when someone opens up YouTube and we're trying to figure out what they're going to like, well, people don't like that. So that's on me. I got to fix that. So, well, thank you, Catherine, just Catherine. Yeah, and they know a lot about you, and they know a fair amount about my content, and they do their best, right? And so like I can't fault them for any of that. None of that is their fault. I think that maybe there's a mismatch in who they're offering my content to, but that's probably on me as much as anybody else. Yeah, no, but Jonathan, your watch history isn't off. You can't actually turn it off, just so you know. It's not real. You can't turn it off. They know. They know even if you're not logged in. They know from your behavior on multiple platforms, like we can pick you out, man. No matter what you do, we can pick you out just based on behavior, time of day, device, IP, general locality. Like, we don't need you to log in to know who you are and what you just watched, and where your eyes are pointing at the screen, and what your mouse is rolling over and hovering on. It's literally nothing. You are known. You are known completely. And that's why like they also are pretty good at figuring out when to show you an ad so that you don't click. You can turn off your watch history, and that will make your watch history inaccessible to you, Danielle. It has nothing to do with what happens on the other side. Yeah, and it's not perfect, Jonathan. You can watch Latinas twerking and get ads in Spanish. You threw that out there in public. That's what I'm into is the twerk vids. I really hang out watching them twerks. How can they know where I'm looking if I don't have a camera? Yeah, maybe in your case they can't. But I'm not joking when I talk about that stuff. Like people, like they always lie and say like, oh, we don't listen. They listen. They do a lot of things. How can they know where you're looking if you don't have a camera? I'm watching on a DS, so they don't know where my mouse is. Yeah, maybe you. They can tell where you're looking based on like how far you scroll. Like there's so much that we can infer. Not we, I can't get any of this data. But like, just assume that the entire military industrial complex budget is dedicated to figuring out every single thing about you. And like, imagine that that you're capable of that not happening. It's ridiculous. It's absurd. It's absurd. Anyway. But yeah, so like I don't really fault YouTube for that. It's just the nature of the beast. And a lot of people say like, oh, YouTube is paying people less. YouTube doesn't pay me. That's not how it works. We have a ironclad contract with YouTube that sets up exactly who it is, exactly how it is that we will share revenue for advertising purposes. And so it's fair. It's totally fair. And I have no complaints about that. In fact, I get a really good cut. It's like, I forget if it's over 50% or just under 50%. It doesn't really matter. I think on Twitch I was just over 50%, but their ad revenue sucked. On YouTube, CPMs are higher, and so being just under 50% is fine. So it really doesn't matter. Yeah, right, with enough time listening to keystrokes, they can build that. Right, yeah, there was actually a whole thing I remember years ago where somebody was showing off technology that like, we don't actually need you to have a physical keyboard. We can have a device that sits here and then calibrate on the table where your fingers are, and by the sound and feelings of vibrations from distance, it'll be like, type where you think an A is, type where you think an S is, type a space bar. And from that, it would be able to infer everything that you type. YouTube is by far the best deal for creators because it's an ad revenue split as opposed to a bounty. A lot of other platforms just pay a bounty. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all of those. Last time I checked, no ad split. It is, hey, here's a black box. We're not going to tell you how this breaks out, but like, we'll give you money if we like your, like it's just rando. And you have no control over it, and that comes out of the marketing budget, and it's not like an ironclad contract split. How do you get paid for premium? Same thing as ad revenue. Same thing as ad revenue. It's a split, and it's fair, and it works out about the same as ad revenue, so don't sweat it. The only other one that I know of that does a real proper ad rev share system is Twitch, but I don't want to live on Twitch. It's so exhausting to have to stream. So, and like you can't miss a stream. Like you have to be on there all the time because streams are valueless after they air. So anyway, as a result of all of that, and so it's not the algorithm that screwed me so much as, I don't think anyway, better competition, better videos are out there, to be blunt. People have gotten smarter at this. I have not shifted with the times as much as I probably should have. The pandemic ended. A lot of my audience aged out, like a sitcom runs for 5 or 6 years and it's a miracle. I've been making this show for 10 years, right? If you look at my age demographics, they haven't shifted. So people who were watching my show 10 years ago, it's not like my demo has moved forward 10 years. Do you know what I'm saying? I like streaming on YouTube because it feeds my YouTube audience that's actually of value to me. It's not like it moves it forward. It's not like you've seen my audience get older with the show. What's happening, I believe, is that I have victory coming up in a minute. I believe is that people get old, that we've gotten older and we've gone on and we have kids and we have life and we have all kinds of things. And people just like, oh God, I used to watch so much YouTube and I don't anymore. They age off the platform or they age out of their shows, right? So that's like, a lot of all that stuff. So I think that that's a real thing. Fair enough, Steven. That's totally great. As far as your content niche goes, you're the best in class. Just keep up with the current thumbnail and titling trends. Well, it's not about trends, Clay. And that's actually what was like. I got this thought experiment. I went to a Google event the other night, and this dude who was like a wizard was just giving me some advice. And he made me really think about my content and the people whom watch my content in a way that I never did. So I'm hoping that I have effectively put that into practice. But I've gotten older despite my best efforts. In ditto. Yeah, so like I'm hoping that is going to work out for me. We'll see. I don't know. But what does work out for me is just having a really deep connection with the fans and really serving the people who genuinely love the show and really want it to just be a part of their lives. And if that's you, really Patreon is what we've pivoted towards. Just giving the super fans more. I hate saying super fan. I don't know. It feels weird. You know, if you think, I wonder if it feels weird standing on the internet and being looked at and asking for money. Yeah, it feels fucking weird. It feels really weird. It's a very awkward thing. It is not something I will ever be truly comfortable with. But that said, that is kind of where it's at. I'm thinking of YouTube as like a mechanism for discovery to bring people into Patreon and to really make that a thing. So, yes, I did make my own quantum, but let's look at it because, I'm sorry, you're 55, Daniel, with 2-week-old twins? Wow. Congrats, man. Yeah, that's... do I OT music? You suggest reading cyberpunk books. OT. Well, first off, Matt Chia Cariacola, thank you. Music you OT music you OT original techno. I don't know what that means. Viking Actual, welcome up, welcome up. Okay, off topic. Oh, thank you. Music you suggest for cyberpunk Perturbator. And if you want the other side of that, go to the soundtrack for Blade Runner. There you go. Happy Fallout Day-ish. What is your core demographic right now? Great question. By the numbers, my core demographic is men ages 18 to 34 who live in the United States. That's my core demographic as far as I know. Who, though? Who is that man? Which men is the better question. That we don't have an insight to. And to figure that out, I have to do some thinking. I have to figure that out. Here's a catchphrase to use at the start and end of your streams. Sit back and relax with your favorite drink. Oh, thank you, Herr Kummerspeck. Oh man, Queen Sparks are good. What is your favorite Fallout build? Thief. Thief. I like Thief. Wait, which Fallout though? Because I mean, if we're talking Fallout 1, I come up with stupid builds. Like I tried to play an idiot doctor. I like to do melee only, which that game is not built to support. Oh no, I'm about to age out. I love the open talk. Yeah, man, that's what we're doing. I am something as well. I don't I haven't played really many of the other Fallouts. I played 3. I played a lot of New Vegas, in truth. And it was so weird. I was playing New Vegas, and then I had played New Vegas many times. And then I was in this improv class, and then I was on this improv team, and I had my improv friends in the city. And one of them was a voice actor, and he still is probably one of my best friends ever. We talk all the time. He's very good at keeping in touch in a way a lot of other people aren't. And it turns out he's in New Vegas. He's like 10 voices in there, but probably famously Mr. Fantastic. He's fantastic in that. So I don't know why I can't get hooked up on Fallout 4. I've tried to play Fallout 4 so much. I never look at whatever analytics Patreon gives me. It doesn't matter. I have like a kind of much more direct and personal relationship with Patreon members. So like looking at the demos I don't even know if they make it available. It wouldn't really be useful. 32 with 2 small kids, hardly drink, love your videos. Fallout 3 was the only one that got me into Fallout. Was the one that got you in. Yeah, I mean, that's an age thing though, Anthony. You're young. You're 10 years younger than me. So, Ah, the theoretical physicist. That's right, Ruby. Yes. He might actually show up in the episode when I do the Nuka Cola quantum episode. Hey, 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 hey now. Hey now. Let's switch up the lights and go to the lab, shall we? I think we should. Switching over to the gimbal. Let's see here. Hi, everybody. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Hello? This is the lab. Hello. Hi. We're coming into the lab. I'm telling the camera to track me. Come on. Let's turn on the lights. Lab 1. How about maybe something a little bit more fun? Orange? Do we like orange? How about orange and blue? That feels Fallouty. I have to put the chat up here. I haven't done that yet. How's everybody doing? How are you doing? What the fuck, man? Oh my God, the chat is catching up because I left it open, but my computer fell asleep and it went nuts. I don't have a teleprompter over here, so my eye contact's gonna be a little worse. How you doing? Hi guys. This is the How to Drink Lab. I can give you a quick tour, sort of. This is my ISP handoff is behind this. I built that to hide it. Over here is a shelf where I keep equipment and reagents. This is one of many bottles of Everclear I have. Keep up, bitch! I should set that to fast, but I can't from here. This is a locker of things I need to keep safe. Oh, we got to turn on the TV. That should be in the show. What do you think would be the preferred drink of the Enclave? Neutral grain spirits. Yeah, I know. I want more of these. This is cool, right? It's a Ronin R4S. So it's not really built for streaming, but I'm using it for streaming. R4S Mini with the Tracky unit on it, and it's super cool. Oh, you don't like this camera? Well, fuck you! Sorry, I can't resist. I could come up higher. Maybe it's a little awkward. At least it's not auto-zooming on my boobs. Oh, shit. Would that get me the likes? You think that would fix the click-through? Boobs? Recap for folks who just got online. See, I got this, I found this old CRT in the house basement. We bought a house. And I found this old thing down there, and I set that up. So a quick recap for people who just got here. Hi, people who just got here. Hello, I'm How to Drink. This is How to Drink Live. You're currently in the lab. We're going to go back to the bar in a minute. You know what? I'm going to just adjust this camera, okay? Because I think this is a slightly awkward angle, so we're going to lock it off, and I'm going to come around over here. Yep, it responds to hand signals. Isn't that neat? And we're just going to come up on stick, maybe even a little bit more. I usually like this camera low, but for some reason right now, this, as an A camera, that feels awkward. Hi. And we're going to trick it to coming down, and we're going to lock it, and we're going to come up, and we're going to lock it. There we go. Isn't that better? Should it be a wider angle lens? You can't really see my hands, can you? Maybe. I don't know. Happy to see you do cool stuff. Villainous layer. Yeah, it's like cyberpunky. Let's actually go wider on this. What am I set at right now? We're at a 35. All right, we'll go to the 24. I don't know, maybe this, oh, that's way better. Yeah, that's just more efficient for the live stream purposes. Color seems muted. Oh yeah, it's log. I didn't even think about that. Sorry. Yep, it is. Fair point. I have to go back over to the other side of the room anyway. Come with me, come on. Keep up, come on. Let's go, come on. Thank you. Come on. Thank you. Okay. Let's go now over here. Come on. Yeah, you can do it. You got it. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Thank you very much. Nice work. Thank you so much. Well, I can, oh wait, I can do that too though. Come on. Good call on the hands. Okay, let's go. Come on. Okay. So I'm gonna have to remote into the other computer just really quickly. And we're gonna have to turn on 7. There we go. And then I can just drive that in. checking my focus. There we go. There we go. That'll work, right? Get my chat back up. Sometimes with these things, you're building it on the on the run. Okay, so I've been working on Nuka-Cola Victory, my very own formulation of it, and I've got 3 of them. Okay, can we see this on camera? Good. Here they are. This is A, B, and C. I don't know if they're in that order or not. Yeah, A, B, and C. There we are. What kind of ingredients is in Nuka-Cola Victory, you may ask? Well, zingerone. How about isoamyl acetate? How about Persian lime oil? How about methyl cyclopenthalone? How about valencine? How about nutcatone? How about grapefruit mercaptan, which is the most unbelievably powerful aroma in the universe? Use that in parts per billion. Methyl salicate. How about angelica extract? How about gamma-decalactone? How about gamma-dodecalactone? Uh-oh, don't break these. How about cyclyl C, 1% dilution? Grapefruit pink oil. How about aldehyde C14? How about benzyl acetate? How about glycol? So here's the thing about Nuka-Cola, right? Or Nuka-Cola Victory, and I'm gonna have to go get another bottle so I have one to compare. I, as a person who makes drinks for the internet, am annoyed when there's a canon version of something because it really locks me in. And I did ask my Discord, hey, do you think I'm stuck with the canon version of this? And basically their answer was like, yeah, kinda. Like, and it's true. People will be really annoyed if I don't use the canon version of this Nuka-Cola stuff. Aldehyde is a class of ingredients, of chemicals. It is an aldehyde, and I'm not smart enough to tell you what an aldehyde is. I just know that that is one of them, aldehyde C14. So, I was really kind of struggling with that because I want to make a atomic cocktail, and an atomic cocktail is 3 very simple ingredients in the game. It is Nuka-Cola Victory, it is vodka, and it is Mentats, everybody. Everybody's favorite Mentats. Now, here are some things we know about about the atomic cocktail. Atomic, thank you, by the way, Ruby West. Atomic cocktail comes in a rocket after you make it. It starts out as Nuka-Cola Victory, Mentats, and vodka. It turns green. If you look at the in-game art, it is a green beverage. That is a problem for me because what color is Nuka-Cola Victory? It's orange. Let me go get that other. Come on. Keep up. Let's go. Come on. Okay, thank you. We're coming back now. Very good. Come on. Jesus, you are slow. You're just very slow. Here is Jones Soda's Nuka-Cola Victory, and it's orange, right? Now, we need to be able to transform this drink into green. We got to do that. If I lean down here, we get actually the bar surface. How can I do that? The problem with this orange is that it is a combination of yellow 5 and red 40. Actually, they use yellow 6 and red 40, which is funny. I thought it was yellow 5. But we can't have red 40. We can't have it because if you have red 40 in there, I can add nothing to this that will make green. But this syrup is pure yellow 6. And maybe I'm going to make some caramel coloring to darken it at some point. Now, yellow 6 is also called sunset orange. It has no red pigments in it, and yet it is orange. That, my friends, is going to be my Nuka-Cola Victory because now I can add blue 1 to that, and we will get green. So, how do I justify making my very own Nuka-Cola Victory when Jones Soda has staked their claim and said that, no, we have the Nuka-Cola Victory? Well, because their Nuka-Cola Victory was just bottled, wasn't it? But the Nuka-Cola Victory that you make an atomic cocktail out of, how long has that been sitting in a radioactive wasteland? A long time. And not just a radioactive wasteland, but a magic radioactive wasteland that turns people into zombies that never age and make super mutants and all kinds of weird things, correct? So, what we are doing is I am going to bottle, not today, but this is the plan, Nuka-Cola Victory in the year 2025, and then I'm going to send it into the future 200-something years. And that's how we're going to get our Nuka-Cola victory from the future to make a quantum cocktail with. And certain things change in the flavor profile. For example, that's why guaiacol is in here. Now, guaiacol, where's my dilution of that? That's a 1% dilution of guaiacol. Oh, man, that is nasty shit. But we use a little bit of it, and it suddenly makes this thing taste a little off, a little rotten. And by a little bit, I mean a very little bit. The grapefruit mercaptan. This stuff, you have to use it in parts per billion, not even parts per million. It, like a tire fire. But in parts per billion, like 1 part per billion is like the primary flavor of grapefruit. We're gonna use a little too much in this. Now I've already made these 3 batches, so let's taste them and figure out which one will make for the best the best atomic cocktail today. Let's get some glassware. I'm gonna need that. I need some glasses. These are high. You see, you're keeping up now. These are glasses. Do I have another one? Another glass? Another glass? Here's a glass. Yeah, beautiful. Now we've got some glasses. Come on. Oh, but we're gonna need some carbonated water. You think you can keep up with me? Come on. You can do it. Come on. I know. I believe. Look, it's right over here. The people can see what a slob I am right now. It's not on camera, so I don't clean it up. That's the rules. Okay. There we go. We'll just do 1. We're gonna need a few. We're gonna need a few. Turn that guy on. Turn that guy on. Let's get some more water. Come on. Come on. You're doing great. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Good work. Nice. Nice. Don't look at this, audience. Don't do that. Why am I wearing gloves? I don't know. I never know what I'm going to touch. I kind of just like the way they feel. Okay. Here we go. One more thing to grab. We're going to need a bar spoon. And this is the ASMR portion of the stream. Hi. Oh, yeah? You like that encouragement? You fucking freaks. All right, to Saka Kitsune. Oh God, Ruby. No, some of these chemicals are so potent that if I don't wear gloves, I'm in danger of smelling like them forever. So let's make them. We'll put A, B, and C. Here we go. This is version A. A is like the least funked up. This is going to be pretty bright and citrusy, and should have a good peach mango thing going on. I think that's probably not quite enough syrup. There we go. And from tasting these the other day, I think I'm going to change the acid profile of them. Whew. Am I a power weapons kind of guy? Power weapons? In like the game? It is, it does things. It's way more than just a watch, but, well, actually, it's a watch that shows various animations. It doesn't do a whole lot, but it's fun. Okay, this is B in the middle. That's the one with a fair amount of guaiacol in it. Ugh, as soon as you pour it, you can smell it. I'll do my best to actually tell you what that smells like in a minute. You can get this at the Bethesda website or at the Wand Company. It was $200, which honestly, for a prop of this quality, seems like a bargain. Although it's still $200 that you don't need to spend, so. Okay. It is the one that Adam Savage had that he actually went and changed the look of. So we've got Nuka 1 right here, or Quantum, or I can't speak. Victory 1. And the color is off. It's going to need more pigment. Victory A. I doubt you have the time, but would you ever consider joining an RPG channel like Critical Role if invited as a guest or recurring player? Sometimes we wish we could see different content like RPGs. And thank you, JS. I mean, Critical Role? I don't know what Oxhorn Fallout is, but sure. So things you might not know about Critical Role, they are a union production, and they'd be paying me for my time. So yeah, if Critical Role called, and they're fucking big deals, I'd be there in a minute. Yeah, of course. Um, I hate to be, nasty about it, but like, would I do a live stream that like 300 people watch? Probably not. It's just I don't have the time for that. Same thing with Dimension 20. If Brennan wants me on the show, man, I am there. I did do Cyberpunk on Twitch, and I was trying to make it like a whole secondary income. Never really got there, and it was a very stressful thing for me. I loved doing it in that I was playing Cyberpunk with my friends, but producing it was a nightmare. It was hell. I felt like physically it was taking a toll on my body. Let me actually give you guys some tasting notes here on this one, the A. Light, fruity, not bad. Peach, strawberry notes at the end. You think a lot of things, Bedlam. I don't have an agent, so like literally I can't wiggle my way anywhere. I don't have access to these people. I think that there's this idea, and I get it. A lot of things that live on the internet you think is like homebrew. It's not. There's a lot of money. There's Hollywood agents. Like it's just HBO. YouTube is just HBO, but not owned by HBO. So I can't. I don't have that ability to do so. That's just not in my wheelhouse. I don't have that power. Maybe Oxhorn. I mean, like some of us are just like, assholes. I like that. It doesn't taste beat up enough, and I can tell you. Let me see if I can pull up the actual recipes here. You should work, right? Yeah. Come on, give me a new tab. Doop-dop-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. So this is the problem with doing lab stuff, is that a lot of it is not me talking to you, and people hate this. It's very boring. Right, I'm going into my folder. I'm going to look for, where did I put this one? Should be in my recent, actually. Oh, it's not though, because I did that other thing. Here we go, Nuka Victory formulas. So A is ethyl butyrate, isoamyl acetate, benzyl acetate, aldehyde C14, the deca, dodeca, and decalactones, all three of them. Grapefruit oil, lemon essential oil, nutcatone, valencine, cyclyl C, grapefruit mercaptan, tiny mit, which is a sulfurous kind of flavor. I think it would, if I bumped it way up, it would be better. It does have a small amount of glycol in it, very small. Zingerone crystals, methylcyclopenthalone, ethyl vanillin, and isobutavan, and then also some gentian extract, and that's it, gentian. I could bump that and make it bitterer. Version B is same ingredients, different quantities: ethyl butyrate, isoamyl acetate, benzyl acetate, aldehyde C14, decalactone, dodecalactone, grapefruit oil, nutcatone, glycol, more, considerably more, like 3 times the amount. Methyl salicylate, rum ether, zingerone, methylcyclopenthalone, cyclyl C, grapefruit mercaptan, gentian extract, and angelica, but not, and cinchona. So this one actually might even be blacklight reactive. I don't have a blacklight handy to test it. There's probably nowhere near enough quinine in this, quinine if you prefer, to be blacklight reactive. So this is B. Let me go back to my chat because I can't see it. Here we go. That one has a very unpleasant note at the end. That cyclol C, or sorry, that glycol, it's not smoky. It's a little, I mean, you might call it umami. It is hard to put your fingers on what that tastes like. You might say it tastes like rot, but I can't recall the last time I ate anything like that was truly maggot-filled meat. You might say it tastes a bit like the aroma of Desitin, but that's more camphor. It's probably in that camphor range. That's probably where it's at. I think it could be, oh, there's some big grapefruit notes there, some sulfury grapefruit notes. I don't hate that. So for my tastes before, the B felt the most irradiated and funked up, maybe with some tweaks. I think it could have some more herbal notes, some more metallic notes maybe. I think that with a touch of wormwood, I might be able to get there. But the wormwood I have, I found out, might have a lot of thujone in it, which makes it questionable. So I haven't used it. But I do have wormwood extract. It just might be very thujone-y. And this is, see, are these pure sodas at the moment? Yeah, these are just soft drinks that I've been developing. That, oh, for those of you who are just tuning in, I am making my own atomic cocktail. That's a whole episode I'm doing on the show. Wake up, man. I need the Pip-Boy functioning. We can't do the show without the Pip-Boy. Let's set it to my status. That's pretty good. Yeah. I think I'm in better shape. Oh, I like the diagnostics. Like, just... That's cool. We like that. There we go. That's fun to have on there. I am like a master perfumer, except I'm an amateur perfumer or flavorist. Okay, so how are those rad levels, Greg? Pretty low at the moment, but we're going to crank them. I want to make a atomic cocktail. Now, the atomic cocktail is a real drink from the 60s. The episode will also contain that. But in Fallout New Vegas, it's a craftable item. I have a hunch it's going to show up in season 2 of How to Drink of New Vegas, and it's a craftable item that is made by combining Nuka-Cola Victory with vodka and Mentats. I have Mentats. There's vodka all over the place. Nuka Victory. Jones made it. So for me, as a creator of these kinds of things, just taking Victory, something that we call a Mentat, and vodka, making that into a drink, it's very boring. The other problem is I cannot turn this green. I've tried it. Mine will turn green, and I'll show you in a minute that we can do that. So I want to not use their Victory, but their Victory is canon. But then I realized that Nuka Victory's been sitting in the nuclear wasteland wishing for a nuclear winter for 200 some odd years. So what I'm trying to do is take their peach mango flavor and imagine how that would be destroyed in a magic bottle in magic radiation, because like in reality it would just be empty and filled with like sticky tar or something. Shit, I lost train of thought. Is this A or B? This is probably still B. We were tasting Sunset Sarsaparilla a moment ago. I have all of the Jones ones. This is B. So B is the most ugly of the flavors, for sure. Some amphetamine in classical Mentats. Yeah. I mean, they're considered a nootropic, and they give you more action points than the original Fallout 1 and 2. Well, I labeled my solutions. I didn't label my pours, so it's okay. I mean, we're just tasting some sodas. This one is heavy on the sulfur, heavy on the grapefruit notes. Having slept on it, I think by far the nastiest, most ghoulish flavor is B, with the heavy dose of glycol. Why is there a butt plug on the counter? Don't fucking kink shape. No, because in the game, the Nuka, I can't think again. Atomic cocktail. The atomic cocktail is served in a rocket. And so this is actually 2 different rocket-shaped cocktail shakers that I got. One was glass so that you can see the drink, and I just stuck it on the fins of the other one. Why don't we make our first, this is my first go at making a atomic cocktail, so why don't we do that? To do that, I'm going to need a few things, and I didn't bring any of them to set. We're gonna need some ice, we're gonna need vodka, and I'm gonna need a straw, ideally, to drink this out of, but I might just drink it without the straw. I don't think I have a straw super handy. Are you following me? You better be keeping up, bitch. You better be. Hold on, we'll switch locations for a second. Okay, so we're over here for a second, but I do want to make this in the lab. Do I have any straws back here? Ugh. I'll wash this one off. It's been sitting on the floor. I don't want to have to leave the bar. It'll be fine. Any spiders in there? Just rinse that off. It'll be fine. Best way to irradiate the drink for further realism? Well, actually, it's funny. I looked into this. It probably wouldn't be irradiated. We don't think. I asked a bunch of other people, mostly in Darcy O'Neill's Discord. You should totally check out Darcy, by the way, Art of Drink. I can't do any of this without him. In real life, we basically are like, I don't think anything would really penetrate the glass bottle, actually. So for magic radiation, though, like fallout radiation that makes ghouls, I think more metal. I think we can get there with some phosphoric acid and maybe bumping the mercaptan, or I don't know. There is quinine in there. I don't like this idea that black light makes a thing glow. It doesn't. Something being blacklight reactive does not glow. There is no energetic reaction happening. It is just reflecting black light. It is reflecting UV radiation in a way that is better than average. When people often are like, oh, but I say in videos, like, there's nothing I can do to make this drink glow. I mean, it will not be luminescent on its own. It will not generate photons. Does not glow. I can shine, putting a bottle glorifier under a glass. That's exactly what we're doing, Derek. That's what we're doing. There is quinine in that, a very small amount. And a small amount, and I would say not lead. I would go for copper. I think copper would be the taste. So anger about blacklight makes them sober quickly. Is there edible phosphorus? Phosphoric acid is in most soft drinks, actually. Yeah, it's a really common one. And I have a big bottle of it over there. Cobalt blue paint that depletes the body of radiation. Iodine? I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what you're reaching for there. Oh, we should do this too. We have an actual Nuka bottle. Let's do that. Oh, hold on, guys. We're gonna have to go to the other side of the room again. No. Oh, vodka, and a jigger. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. And a vodka. I got some vodka. Okay. Come on, Kara. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Come on. We're going. Keep up. That's good. Good boy. Let's go. Come on. Okay. Good work. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hi. We need to turn the lights back on over here. And then I need to switch the lights. Good. Okay. Let's actually try to wash off this stupid straw. Like an insane person. Only a crazy person would wash a disposable straw. I will go now get some ice. Ice is over here. Let me see. Oh shit, did I bust that? I'm not used to wearing a Pip-Boy. I'm new to it. New. Okay, come on. So, stick this under here. Is that little close-up camera working? Do we see that? Do you guys see the table camera? I don't have an easy way to check. Let's get some seltzer in here. Now this is my first attempt at this recipe, so I'm probably gonna work on it from here. Let's put in some ice. And if you want, go ahead and look up the in-game art for this drink and tell me how far off I am. And the reason we're putting seltzer in is because at the moment, I'm gonna build the Nuka victory kind of in the glass, but on the show, it's gonna come out of one of these, except I'm gonna age it up really bad. The clunge plunger? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, there's nothing that phosphoresces that you're going to want to eat. They would all kill you. They would all kill you. Okay, let's pick syrup B. Here it is. Turn this into Nuka. Probably have to drink it down again, just to make room. Good. The only thing is, I haven't zeroed in on how much colorant to use. So we're gonna add another drop of our orange. There we go. That's much better. Orange food coloring. And I think that looks very like the in-game art for a Nuka victory, by the way. I just want to point that out. Very. Where do you get these? You buy them. You just buy them. You buy them from a guy who makes ice. We're going to add 2 ounces of vodka, if it fits. Let's just do 1.5 for now. Perfect. Now, I said this is going to change color, and I hope I'm right, and that I was going to do it with Mentats. Now, most people think that Mentats are red, and that's true. Most of the Mentats were red, except that in 2076, they made a limited run that had a candy coating on it that made it easier to digest. And these are those Mentats right here. And you can reproduce these by getting the right food coloring and putting it onto a Altoid. And if we drop that in and stir this, oh boy, I hope this is gonna work. There we go, baby. It's starting. It's just gonna take a little while. It'll keep going. There's a lot of pigment there. Is Meredith still in the chat? Because she's very pumped right now about what I just did, if she is. And there you have it. An atomic cocktail. I might drill a hole in the top here so I can put a straw through that. It looks good, right? Looks good. Now, let's see how it tastes. Not good. Yeah, you could crush the Mentat. That's a really good idea. So the question is that, how do I make the flavor better? So there's a few thoughts. One, so hang on. Oh, I lost my rag. I have like a rag for cleaning up. I have a sponge right here. That'll work. I have to workshop it because I'm not in love with the way it tastes at the moment. I don't know that it should taste great, but I don't think it should taste quite like this. Although, honestly, I could just say, did I lose the camera? No, I guess not. It's weird. This monitor shut off. I don't love the way it tastes, but I am also not sure that I should. And that's like a thing too, is you have to decide I don't think that there's a description of the taste on what an atomic cocktail tastes like in the game, but I would imagine it's not great. I would imagine it sucks. Well, these Mentats are minty because they're Altoids. I do have, and I was thinking about doing this, if I want to, I have pill molds, and I can make my own Mentat pills, tablets. It's an interesting thought. I don't know that I need to, because I don't think that a Mentat pill, I don't think I could build it in a way that would deliver sufficient flavor for it to really meaningfully contribute to the drink. It would just be a different mechanism than this for delivering colorant. And I did a bunch of experiments on the color. In fact, I want to test these because I haven't tested them yet. So let's test that really quickly. These really, I don't think these are in camera, right? Okay, let's move them. Okay. So, we got to think about what is soluble in what. So, these are the Mentats I made as tests. The super dark ones, are they on camera? Yeah, kind of. This super dark one that you can barely even see in my black glove, that I do not want to touch with my bare hand, that is just taking blue 1 food coloring that I have and painting it straight on there, and they will almost never dry, it seems. These light ones got a good quick bath in ethanol that would have been dyed blue. Same food coloring. Why ethanol? Because ethanol will not dissolve, not easily, the Mentats, the tablets. These got water and they melted. They're useless. Also, ethanol dries nicely. But these medium colored ones that actually look really good in my opinion, they just sat in ethanol and food coloring for like a couple days. And they seem to have absorbed quite a bit of color. I have a funny feeling they're going to be not the quickest to release it though. So why don't we just put one in here and see what happens. That's fun. They fizz a little if this is nice and carbonated. But I have a feeling that there's just not enough pigment there to really do the job. But maybe if we crush it, as somebody had said. Do I have a mortar and pestle or something handy? Hold on. Because like crushing it could definitely be part of the process. That's a good idea. You crush that Mentat. No, I don't think so. I don't think that's gonna... Well, if this starts to turn blue, maybe lightly. Oh, but you know what? If we put a splash of vodka in there, it might leach some of the color out. It might help it dissolve. Might not. I don't know. You don't know if they'd want to be added to a glass. I don't know what that means, but like the recipe in game calls for Mentats. We're getting a little color off of it. The other thing too is like they should be contributing the flavor. They're minty. So I think that whatever approach we go, crushing it is going to be the way to go. And there'll probably be an order to go in too. We'll probably do vodka, Mentat, and then soda. I want to test adding an extra drop of orange though to see if we get towards green doing it this way. There's also no rule on how many Mentats it gets, right? Like it could just be a whole bunch, like 5. Maybe you'd make this in a blender, but for reasons I'd rather not. And just stir, stir, stir. It took a long time with that other one though. I think that they have to go the way I made them the first time, which is 1 pill. I think it's more cool visually too. And now we've got so much pigment going on here, but it is turning green. But yeah, I think we're gonna do 1 pill. That's the way to go. All right, well that was fun. Let's get out of the lab though, because it's honestly not the most comfortable place to live stream from. Come back over here. Bar shoot B. Hi, we're back. Definitely looks cool. Yeah, thank you, thank you. So we're working on that. Oh, you saw it. Oh yeah, no, I agree. They're not Alka-Seltzers. It's a cool idea, but that's not what they are. They are a pill. Definitely. They are also, I thought that they were, it's funny, somebody called me out on this in the Discord, that you would have access to if you remember my Patreon. You could be a jerk and tell me I'm wrong about stuff. I'm kidding. Is my battery dead or something? Wake up. Oh, you were in sleep mode. Never mind. Oh, camera. We don't even need it right now because we're not doing close up. But... So, I thought that they never showed Mentats in game, like the actual pills. I thought you only ever saw the case. It turns out that actually in Fallout 1 and 2, you do see a couple hanging outside of the box, but they're red. But sometimes they were blue. We're just going to go with that. No more log. Oh yeah, I know. I forgot that I would have to do something about that on that camera. I don't. It's like a totally different camera system. It's a Canon instead of a Lumix, and so it's just a different everything. So, how's everybody doing out there? It only gets worse if we ask for Ghoul drinks. Wasn't there something else I wanted to do? Oh yeah, I said I was going to show you guys how to make a totally crystal clear espresso martini. So why don't we do that? I will have to leave camera. I will have to leave camera. I do have to go over here to get my goods. All right, I can do this once because I need to keep this for the actual episode, but I thought it would be cool. I will do this if... Should I do that? Should I be that kind of a jerk? Well, if 25 of you sign up for the Patreon right now, I will show you how to make a crystal clear espresso martini. Should I be that guy? I don't like that guy. Financially, I should be though. I should be that guy. Hi, I'm Mr. Beast, and if you give me money now, I'll say I love you. How about that? That's what I'll do. You're already signed up. Good, good, good work. Let's drive this guy home. You're still doing this? All right, we got to work on this. This controller keeps going to sleep. Oh, maybe the battery died. All right, whatever. We'll just do it this way. Bring the camera around, guys. Oh, I have to go live. Live can't be enabled. Whatever, man. Fucking A. Jesus. Are you connecting? You're connecting. Okay, here we go. There it is. Coffee. That is cold, clear coffee. Cold, clear coffee. Look at that. You see that? I announced this live stream with a short, and if you check it out, there's a little shot in there of the process where you can see the still that I was using. So to do this, I vacuum distilled it. I pulled vacuum. I had a rig set up over there in the lab. I don't have a mantle. For those of you who do any chemistry, I didn't have a heating mantle, but I do have a sous vide. And so I did my boil flask is floating. It's submerged partially in a sous vide circulating bath to set my temperature. Then that comes up to a digital temperature gauge. It goes over to a really long condenser, a Liebig condenser that I was running RV coolant through. I was running this pink glycol water propylene glycol and water mixture through it. And I had a piece of copper pipe left over from when they put in the air conditioner heater in here. And I sunk that into a Cambro that I filled with ice, salt, dry ice, and some ethanol when I needed to drop it. It got really fucking cold. And then that pumped out into another Cambro that was just the reservoir for my propylene glycol and water, and that had a fish tank pump that went back up into the condenser, right? So that was the loop for that. The coil, it was like a heat exchanger. That was the only thing that was touching the cold part. It wasn't liquidating itself. And so well, you don't want it hot, right? So that's why it's under vacuum. So I distilled this at 70 degrees Celsius, 70 Celsius. And it, so at 70 Celsius, it was at a steady boil. I actually used coffee beans for boil chips, and I was able to collect my distillate, and this is it. It's a pot of coffee that I've clarified. The funny thing about it is that I was running, and I had a vapor, what do you call that thing? I can't think of it now. The thing that prevents any vapors from getting into your vacuum pump. I had that. It was like a piece of glass that was sitting down in a Yeti filled with ethanol and dry ice. That thing got cold. So when I was running my condenser, I got my condenser too cold, super cold. And I guess it was cold trap. Thank you, Ruby West. My condenser was actually too cold. And I think it was because my condenser is also really long. I think if I'd run like straight up short path distillation, which maybe I should get, but that's an expensive piece of glass, instead of like a 30 centimeter Liebig, it would have been fine at that temperature. But like, so if we're boiling coffee at 70 degrees Celsius, boiling it because of the vacuum, we want to be what, like 20 Celsius or at minimum. Like the colder below that, ideally, the better, because it turns back into vapor on contact, right? You can't just use water that's at room temperature. It has to be different than the temperature of the vapor. So that's why I used propylene glycol and water, RV antifreeze, which is non-toxic, and chilled it in a heat exchanger that I built because that way I could get it really cold. I got it too cold. I froze my propylene glycol at one point, which is supposed to not freeze until it gets to minus 50 C. So I had to fix that really quickly. And I think I was running it too cold because it was not efficient. I ran it for hours one night and I got a tiny amount. And then the next day I was like, well, I guess we'll just try and run it some more. And it flew and I was barely chilling it. And you know what? I think that because the Liebig is so long and it was so cold that the vapor was condensing too early before it was like kind of past the point of no return, and it was just refluxing basically back into the boil chamber, and very little was making it down. Once I had it a little bit warmer, like I wanted, yeah, whatever. I wanted it to be super cold, 10 inches or whatever into my condenser, not at the entrance of the condenser. So let me get the tools I need to make this. This is the simplest thing. And let me tell you something, it's good. I need that, and I need that, and I need nothing to break. Nothing is breaking. And I need, oh, did 25 people join the Patreon just now? I'm not doing this until they do. No, that'd be a dick move. Okay, but seriously, if 25 people wanted to join the Patreon, that'd be cool. So to make this, so simple. Oh, right, no, I needed vodka. That was the other thing I need. Hold on, that's over here. I was like, there's gotta be booze in this, right? There's some booze. Okay. So, and I want my jigger really clean because I don't want to accidentally put something in here. Okay, this jigger will be fine. So watch, 1.5 ounces of vodka. Is that like a good angle, or should we move this thing? I feel like we should. All right. That's a little better, right? Okay. 1.5 ounces of vodka. Patreon. Casting Whispers. 1.5 ounces of this, which is a coffee hydrosol. So when we did this, when I did this at 3 in the morning, some of the coffee gets left behind, some of the coffee comes over. I attempted to take the coffee that was left behind in the boil flask and clarify it with charcoal, with activated carbon. No, it's not. It's a 8-bit do SNES 30 Pro 2. It's awesome. So, the Greggle we. Yes. Yes, when we deign to make clear coffee. Yes. Now, so I was like, well, I would like to take the stuff that didn't distill and put it back in if I can somehow make it clarified. I couldn't. Activated charcoal didn't do it. Some people claim that you can do it with activated charcoal. They call it a Brita filter, but it's just activated charcoal. Kind of call bullshit on that because it didn't work. And I think even if it did work, I would have lost a lot of flavors. But what we have here is strong. I mean, that is coffee. It is almost all of the flavors of coffee, except for like the really chocolatey notes. You might see where I'm going here. So we added 1.5 ounces of distilled coffee to this. And this whole episode happened because one night Meredith sent me a picture and said, Greg, make this. She was at a bar that had a clear espresso martini, colorless, I should say. And I was like, what the fuck? How do you do that? And my first thought was, oh, I gotta make clear coffee because there's coffee in an espresso martini. Turns out that's probably not what they did. Kevin Koss and also Rich Woods really invented it, came up with a technique to make a clear coffee vodka that doesn't involve distillation. I would love to let Hoffman try this. He would hate it, but that's okay. It would still be fun. He would like the drink it makes, I think. But honestly, mine's more colorless. This is a little bit green. That's fine. It does look different in the end of the drink. That's okay. But Rich Woods, wisely, he was like, I wanted to do this without distillation. So, okay, fair enough. And then this is white creme de cacao. This is the part of our coffee liqueur, or our coffee flavors, that is missing. I think I only did it with a 1/4 ounce the first time, but let's do it with a 1/2 ounce, that's fine. And that's also gonna be our sweetness. That's gonna be sort of the bottom notes of our coffee. That's the drink. I mean, actually, the drink is in the process of distilling this stuff. Like that's what the drink is. But that's the whole cocktail. Once you get the distilled coffee going, give that a good stirby derby derb. I'm gonna rinse this spoon off because it actually has a little bit of something on there. I can feel it. I just don't want to put any Nuka-Cola flavors in there. Okay, give this guy a stir. Yes, so this is probably decaffeinated. Ruby West is on the money there. As I understand it, caffeine is probably, what I probably made on the left side of my still, the part that didn't distill, was like hyper coffee. I'm not gonna lie, it's not very good until you do this to it. Then it becomes, honestly, an extremely good espresso martini, in my opinion. Also, this is not like a dig or anything like that, but I noticed someone on the internet that used the Rich Woods method shook his espresso martini, and I feel like if you're going to the trouble of making absolutely clear coffee, shaking it is crazy bananas. You would never do that. You would stir that drink. And there it is, the stirred, crystal clear espresso martini. Why don't we see how it tastes, gang? Cheers. I'm not gonna lie, it is I love it! It is a banging espresso martini. Oh my God. I was like, when I filmed this episode, I was like, okay, this is gonna suck, guys. Been working on, I already know this is gonna suck. I've been working on this for days, and when I poured it, it blew my mind how good it is. I am so into it. It's everything I want an espresso martini to be. It just happens to be colorless. That's fun. I know, isn't it? I am impressive, Sunnyside Tales. Thank you. I think the kicker would be if it had 3 beans on it for garnish. So I could do that. I don't, because it's not shook, there's no froth. And so I think, I guess you could float them. I don't know. I know this, like, they look weird. They're bouncing around. They do float, so we could do that. I don't love that as a garnish. Honestly, I just put a cherry in it if I'm gonna do a garnish. I would buck the trend. I would say put a cherry in it. I would even say this drink would benefit from either a twist of lemon or a twist of orange, but I don't want to disturb the surface. I don't want to put any oils on it even. I want it to be a glass of looking like water. It's funny too, and I sent a picture of this to my friend when I was making it, and I said, look at this espresso martini. His response was, is the espresso martini in the room with us? And it wasn't, I thought he was making a joke about the fact that it was clear. No, it was because I had made it so clear and so crystalline that he thought the glass was empty. And so I had to send another picture. So I actually think that putting, instead of, yeah, if I was gonna garnish it, maybe I would do a cherry, just sitting in the bottom. That might be cool. And because I really don't want to, kind of good that way, right? Because now you have a counterpoint, a contrast, right? You have that black bead sitting at the bottom it kind of, I don't know, that might actually make it better visually. She blinded me with science. And look, it's not even. Hold on. Let me switch to data. No, inventory here. Oh. That's not good. That's way more radioactive than I thought it was going to be. I love this drink. I'm so pumped about this thing. It's funny too though, because like I was like, I'm gonna pour this stupid clear coffee out now that I've done the episode. And then I tasted it and I was like, I am putting this in the fridge. It was such a bitch to make and it's so fucking good. Yeah, see, this is why I would actually like rinse my cherry even, because like even now we've added some color to it. You need to clarify some coffee beans. I don't know how to do that. They had a single bean floating on top. Well, not me, Mare. Not me. I'm not doing it. I like the cherry better. I just feel like floating around on there, it's a little weird. When you have an espresso bean on a coffee bean, I hate the term espresso bean because there's no such thing. It's just dark roast coffee. When you have a coffee bean floating on an espresso martini, because of the froth, it stays put. If it was just bouncing around on this like a Pong ball, you know, like the video game Pong, you'd be in danger of choking on it, in my opinion. This is the kind of stuff your Patreon membership is supporting. I like the float-a-garf coffee bean on an espresso martini. I don't like it on a clarified espresso stirred coffee bean. No. I don't know why, but Team Bean sounds dirty, Mare. Right? Vote, chat. Does that sound dirty? Sounds dirty to me. It does look like it's floating on air. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. It totally does. And that is cool. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't like the way it moves. And like, see, it just clung to the side of my glass because of surface tension. Like, it doesn't even want to stay in the center. It wants to, I don't have an overhead camera, but like, it wants to magnet right to the side there. What would you name this drink? Oh my God. Off the top of my head, Heartful, Clear Eyes, woo! No, I don't know. A Ghostini? I like the Ghostini. It's kind of cool. Ric Flair, exactly. Ghost of the Sierra Madre Martini. I did an episode on that. The Crystal Wing Martini, the Espresso Vapor Martini. Ooh, the Espresso Vaportini is actually what we're going to call it, because that's even an accurate description of the process behind making it. So that's pretty cool. Ghostpresso is tough for me to put my mouth on it. Tough for me to put my mouth on it. That sounds dirty too. What time is it? 6. I got a little more time. Meredith! Let's tell him. Let's tell him. Guys, this show is only possible. This show only exists through the support of Patreon. I love you all. I'm so glad you are here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm not over. That sounds like I'm ending. I am going to probably take a pee break. But I just want to point out that, like, YouTube revenue sucks, and it didn't used to suck, and that's why I didn't beg all the time on the internet about Patreon, because I was like, well, you know, YouTube's fine. Well, it sucks now. And so now, if I want to keep making the show, and if you want to keep the show going, we need Patreon. And so we've really tried to step up the game on Patreon. Patrons have access to our private Discord, which is actually much cooler than it sounds, because it's not a place to talk about cock. It is, but it's a place, it's just cool friends. There's multiple Secret Santas, there's movie nights, there's happy hours. I would love to get on Dropout. Start a fucking campaign. Let them know, because this is important, that I'm SAG eligible. Can't be on Dropout if you're not in the Screen Actors Guild. Just let them know when you start your campaign. Let them know. You get access to the app, which turns the show into a private cocktail guide. I do need to update the app. I haven't updated it in a minute for various reasons. I'm worried about finding things broken again when I get in there. But I will update it. It's going to happen. You get access to these behind-the-scenes looks, not like this. You're going to get, no, man, Syrian McGinnis, that's not it. That's not it. YouTube is not in control. They're not. It's not how it works. I'm sorry. I did a whole deep dive. You can go watch an earlier part of the stream. I talked all about how the machine works. Let me finish this and then I'll talk to you for a second. What would it take? How hard would it be for them to convince them to take you from New Jersey to Dropout HQ? Like for a shoot, it would be not hard at all. I would go tomorrow because I think one run on Dropout would put me into a position where I would get union health health insurance, and that would be like, that would save. So, hi, I'm an American. I'm also a Canadian, but I'm an American now, and I'm in America, and I pay out of pocket for my whole family's health insurance. And hey, hit me up in the comments. Tell me what you think that costs. I'm not exaggerating when I say that forget the day rate or whatever of being on Dropout. Getting to the point where I've made enough money to get the insurance would be life-changing. Would be life-changing. Anyway, so so the show is only possible with the support of Patreon, right? And so, sorry, you get the app, you get the Discord, you get behind the scenes looks. We're doing pins, we have pins. Okay, so for a long time, we have pins. $10 a month patrons get a pin, presumably about a quarter. Every quarter we issue a new pin. We got behind on that, and that's our bad, but it's also because the pins got so expensive to ship, and it was insane. I don't live in New York anymore. You're a bit high, so that's good to know. A year on SAG is what he's paying a month right now. I don't know what a year on SAG. Oh, like the SAG? Yes, Chris, that's actually correct. Yes, that's exactly right. What it would cost me for the year to pay my dues and buy into the insurance plan if I was eligible for it is what I pay per month. That's exactly right. You fucking nailed it. You in the union? Well, Syrian. Isn't it Syrian Murphy? Kieran? I don't know. Anyway, so you get access to all those things, and you make the show possible. And the show can't exist. It's a full-time job. There's no version of How to Drink that I do for an hour on the weekends. Like, it takes, honestly, 12 hours a day to make this show. For me. Plus Meredith. Plus having Cillian. Thank you, Cillian Murphy. Yeah, Killian Murphy. Plus, we have a freelance editor. And, like, so it takes, I don't know, I've never really done the math on how many hours, man-hours, go into an episode of How to Drink, but it's a lot. It's a lot. So there's just no part-time version of this show. And it's a lot of work. If it wasn't paying my bills, I don't think I would do it. Crass, maybe, but it's just real life. So anyway, yeah, that's just the score, guys. Hey, how many people are watching? I always want to know. Oh, 412, allegedly? If I take a pee break, will you all leave? Don't leave. I gotta pee. I'm a mortal man. I'm immortal. I am amortal. Might be immortal. 413. That's cool. Get in the Patreon, Phoenix! Yeah, that's right. Also, go to Steam, check out Casting Whispers. That is the video game that I am a voicer in. I got 3 roles in that. Game, which is cool, because that means it's not just a gifty. It wasn't just because, okay, yeah, cool, cameo. I am a cameo. If there's a phone number that I've flashed around on How to Drink a few times, you can go to patreon.com/howtodrink, or you can go to htdapp.com. If you're not signed up for the Patreon, it'll redirect you that way. Also, let me just say this here. If you sign up for the Patreon and you want to know why you can't get into the Discord, that is not my power. You have to go and link Discord to Patreon in like the either Patreon app linking or Discord app linking, and then you'll automatically be in there. That's it. Yeah. Careless whispers. Yeah, I don't think they meant to do that, but that's fun. No, Casting Whispers. Check it out. It's on Steam. It was just released. It is a solo developed game. This guy, fan of the show, but really killed himself to make this game. It is got an enormous talent in the voice department. Not me, like a bunch of names that, you know, anime peeps would know and stuff like that. I can't name, except for Laura Post, who was my director when I got to record. I couldn't name anybody else who does the voices on the game off the top of my head, because I didn't work with any of them. I worked with Laura, and she plays the main character that you play in the game. And it is, oh, that's brutal about Moltar and Zorak. Oof. It's just so cool to be a part of it, and I'm so thrilled. And so there's a few voices of me in the game, one of which is a bartender, one is me as a cameo, and one is a very annoying man talking to a trolley mechanic. But there's a phone number, I don't know off the top of my head, that I flashed in a couple of episodes and maybe a short on the show. One, if you go watch the What They Really Drank in Prohibition episode, which I don't know what it's actually currently titled off the top of my head either, because I'm experimenting with titles. This is such useful information, Greg. Anyway, there's an integration in there for the game, and the phone number's flashing. And if you do call it, this phone will ring, and you and me will have a nice conversation. Do I solve the trolley problem? No, in this game, I am the trolley problem. So, yeah, do check it out, man. It's his first game. He was a sound designer and finally got to make his own game, sound designer for games, which is why he had access to such talent beyond me, the most talented, obviously. It was me and all of these other voice actors. But no, it's a cool game. It's a horror game. Takes place in the 60s. It has like Cthulhu, cosmic horror influences. But like it's also got like MK Ultra elements, government conspiracy stuff going on. I think it's just so neat. It's such a fun setting. And I just want to do more with it, and I hope he gets to make a sequel. But he will get to make a sequel if it's kind of a hit on Steam, and it just launched. And just like YouTube, those first days are so important in terms of picking up downloads and wish listing and demo downloads and all that stuff. So like, you know, frankly, even if you're not going to play it, just go like wish list it and download it or something, because that's like kind of how you game the system. Would I play it on a stream? Yeah, I might. This is so asinine for me to say. Casting Whispers. Jack Parsons did not have anything to do with MK Ultra that I'm aware of, except that maybe they used his private drug stock to fill their coffers. Haha, joke. Casting Whispers. I would do it on a stream. It would be a Twitch thing because I don't think it would do well on YouTube. I mean, maybe I would do it on YouTube. I don't know. I might. It won't be soon because I'm going to be out of town for like 5 weeks in a minute, and that would be a thing that would prevent that from happening. I think that this demo, I assume the demo is still available. Does it work good on a Steam Deck? I don't answer that question. JS2K, I'm Greg from HTD just about everywhere, but like I haven't been on Twitch in a really long time, so I'm not advising you to go check out my Twitch. It's more effort than it's worth for me. But also my gaming PC is a pain in the butt for me to interface with. This is such a weird thing to say, just because of like the way my setup is rigged right now, and I don't even know how I would currently stream from it. I would probably have to do gaming streams from the bar, which would be very awkward for me, but not impossible. There you go, Bedlam, 1350. Pick it up. Thank you, guys. It does, Derek, it does. I actually don't know that the ad blocker matters that much, but I would encourage you to use an ad blocker. Okay. Greg has got to pee, but I'll be right back. And I'm going to leave you with my good friend Tim Kaine. Legitimately, my good friend Tim Kaine. And I'll be right back. I set this up so that we have Tim Kaine, or you can, Quickly, do you want to watch me make Nuka Cola or do you want to watch an interview with Tim Kaine? Nobody watched the interview with Tim Kaine, so I'm probably just going to pick that and make you watch it. Okay, I'll be right back. 5 minutes.
I actually have a Fallout TV show Nuka Cola question.
Oh.
Who stocks the Nuka Cola machine in the vault?
Oh, that's a great question. They have some kind of.
It.
Maybe they have a replicator.
Do they have coins to put in it or caps? And if it's caps, did they retrofit it to take caps?
In the vault? No, it couldn't be caps in the vault. That wouldn't make any sense. Yeah.
So I just have a lot of questions.
I have a lot of questions too, because I've been getting some comments telling me what an asshole I am on the video that I shot the other week. And so I want to get it from the source on a couple of things. I asked you, and then I said it shouldn't be regarding the show, about the Pip-Boy being arm-mounted.
It's funny. I actually talked to some of the people who worked on it. We didn't decide how it was on the first one. Just like when we leave things blank, like with the goal, what caused the goal. And there were people on the team who were positive it was FEV. And I was positive it was radiation. But then that leaves Harold. Nobody can agree on what Harold is. Is he a ghoul? Is he a freaky super mutant?
So I think that the current canon is that he is a weird super mutant.
Yeah. I mean, they put the plant growing out of his head just because they're like, I believe somebody went, let the players figure that one out. Because he's unique. No one else has a potted plant growing out of their head. When it came to the Pip-Boy, I know one artist at least that thought you were supposed to have a little backpack and it was going to pull out.
Yep.
But then we didn't animate the backpack because it blocked the number on the jumps on the vault seat.
Oh, that's funny.
So I don't know when it became arm mounted. To me, when I saw Fallout 3 doing it, I remember I wasn't surprised. But I do remember at the one point where we thought it was the animation for the Pip-Boy was going to be show you go like something like this, and then the Pip-Boy would pop up. The image that pops up on the screen, even in Fallout 1, is supposed to be the device.
Yeah.
We just didn't indicate, was it here or did you pull it out?
There's nothing around it. You can't get any idea about it. But what I've been told vociferously by angry people in the comments is that on page 4-20 of the Vault Dwellers Survival Guide that went out with Fallout 1, it does say that it's arm mounted. So I don't know who wrote the survival guide. Oh, he's gonna go get it.
Chris Taylor wrote this, and it's brilliant. And I keep it. Robco Pip-Boy 2000, hereafter called the Pip-Boy, is a handy device that you wear on your wrist.
There it is. But see, guys, it was a surprise even to Tim Kaine.
I tell you, I don't know everything because we had a tight team of genius creators.
You definitely
and
did.
We were working at a frantic pace.
Dude.
And we didn't know what everyone was doing because we trusted each other just to do it. When it comes to content, I can tell you how a lot of the algorithms work in the game.
Yeah.
I can tell you why Ian shoots you in the back.
Why does that happen?
Because we didn't add companions until so late in the game. The only AI I had was for the enemies.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, I'll just use an enemy AI, but give it another enemy as a target. Which worked. Ian now started shooting at the other enemies.
Yeah, sure.
But he didn't care if you were between them. He didn't see you as something in his line of sight. You didn't register.
The companion control interface from Fallout 2 is much appreciated.
Several things got done before I left. Like I put in the thing.
Hey, I'm back. Thank you, guys. I hope I didn't interrupt your enjoyment of the Tim Kaine interview. You love the wrist-mounted Pip-Boy. I've come to like it as well. Oh, it just told me I'm moving to Vault 32. That sucks. Uh-oh. Those guys are lame. What did he put in, Greg? I don't know. I missed it. Harold is a tree folk mutant, according to Magic the Gathering canon. Fair enough, fair enough. Did you guys get to the part, I think it was in that video, where somebody had pointed out to me, because I always thought the wrist-mounted Pip-Boy was stupid, I admit. And somebody pointed out to me it was always wrist-mounted. Didn't you read the Vault Dwellers Survival Guide that came out with the game? And I was like, what the fuck? And apparently on like page 47 or whatever, it says, yep, it is 100% wrist-mounted. And when I did that interview with Tim, I asked him if he had he also didn't necessarily know it was wrist-mounted. It's like, I thought it was like in a backpack or it was wrist mounted or something. And and I had him look it up in the interview, and he was like, "Damn, it was wrist mounted." So there you go. Was it one of the Fallouts where the train was a head mount for a model of a guy under the ground because it was the easiest way to make it move? I can't think of a train that moves in a Fallout game, so. But I'm only thinking of Fallout 1 and 2. So, yeah. Tim, what did he put in? He was the lead developer. He was the producer of it, so he put in a lot. It was his engine that it was all built on top of. Specific scenes, I couldn't tell you off the top of my memory. I can't remember off the top of my memory, honestly. The train was a hat in Fallout 3 DLC. That's crazy. That is insane. I mean, if it works, right? Actually, it's funny. I texted Tim today because I just did my annual watching of Night of the Comet. And I said to him, I can't believe this didn't occur to me before, but like Night of the Comet must have been on a loop when you guys were making the game. He said, no, it was, I can actually read exactly what he had said. Because I remember, he said it was Road Warrior, obviously, and there was one other movie. City of Lost Children. Road Warrior and City of Lost Children were like the movies on the production. But like, if you've never seen Night of the Comet, a comet comes, dusts the planet, turns anybody who was out and exposed to it into dust. Anybody who had limited exposure devolves into like a zombie, and anybody who was inside of a metal enclosure is fine. And in it, there is a vault of scientists, and they even have like a thing in there that looks like the Overseer's like setup. And it's kind of, I don't want to ruin the twist if you haven't seen it, but like, it's so good. And I was like, dude, this feels a lot like Fallout. I never made that connection. He was like, it might have been. It might have been. Other people may have been watching it and been influenced by it as far as he knew, but he wasn't. He wasn't aware of it at the time. I mean, he knew of the film. Anyway, my wife did just tell me that I do have to kind of wrap this up in a minute. We did watch it on Midnight Local. That movie is so good. It is so good. It's an incredible film. I love it. And I got tired of it not being available streaming, so I finally bought a Blu-ray and put it on my Plex server, as well as They Live, as well as Return of the Living Dead. Well, what did we do today, man? We tasted all of the officially licensed Nuka-Cola products. We tasted my 3 workups of a future version of Nuka-Cola Victory. We made my first effort at making a Nuka-Cola Atomic Cocktail from Fallout New Vegas. I showed you how to make a crystal clear, colorless, espresso martini. Austin Thornburg joined the Patreon. Thank you so much. And I think you have almost the same number of likes on this as you have people actively watching. That's unusually high. Yeah, Bedlam, the people who check out my show generally like it. There's very few haters out there, so thank you. I appreciate that. That's very nice. That's very nice. Unusually high. Honestly, I wish the ratio was worse, because that means more people were watching, probably. That's a funny thing. When angry comments show up, it means my video is doing well, because, you know, it goes on. We've done so much, JS2K. We've done so much times we've had together. But seriously, you guys are the best. You make all of this possible. Next week, we'll have a real episode. I'm from Chicago. Where can I buy these sodas? You can buy them on Amazon. They're on Amazon. You can buy them from Jones Soda's website. So, not that hard to find. They might run out at some point. I don't really know. I don't know. No, Sleepy. You stay awake. I'm not done with you. I really like this thing. I like this so much more than I thought I was going to like it. I actually kind of love it. I feel like an idiot. When season 2 comes out, I'll probably wear it while I watch the show. And then my wife will make me sleep on the couch. Shower reminder. Yeah, my shower head broke. I got to go buy a shower head right now. Like, that's my next mission. What Halloween costumes is the family doing? I haven't had a Halloween costume in many years, unfortunately, just because it always sneaks up on me and I'm always so busy and I just haven't done it. My wife hasn't either. We're really not cool. I know you'd think we were cool. We're not. My older daughter is going as Zelda, but specifically Zelda as depicted in Echoes of Wisdom, which is a very cool video game that she loves. This thing's pretty practical. I mean, it does things, and I feel like I can hack it into doing more things. And my younger daughter was going to be a firefighter, but now she just wants to be a skeleton, but like, you never know. Lumberjack seems like an easy car. I went as Greg from How to Drink. That was my costume this year. No, I don't think I'm going to do that. Is there anything else to talk about here? We talked about the direction the show is going in. We talked about YouTube. We talked about doing... it does work on Steam Deck. That's fantastic. Hey guys, Casting Whispers works on Steam Deck. Get it. Oh, Morton Salt Girl and Mr. Peanut. That's so cool, Salted Peanuts. I fucking love that. That's so great. That's so cool. My son and his girlfriend are going as Wesley and Buttercup from Princess Bride. Oh, nice. Nice. Okay, Lobo. Just so you know. Just so you know. Bedroom doors open. Princess Bride is in the mix. Keep those doors open. That's all I'm saying. I'm just going to be a demon priest again for my Halloween D&D session. Nice. Nice. I like salted peanuts. That's very cool. We always talk about doing like a family... what's that show? Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls. Cosplay your Casting Whispers character. So that would be tricky. I haven't seen The Substance. When is the movie Ghost rigged a pottery wheel to spin strapped on its own, and then got a Bachelorette blow-up doll and put Swayze's face on it and strapped him to my back. That's amazing. That's insane. Oh, I keep accidentally turning on the radio. It has a real radio, and it does have an FM radio, which is funny. Chief Science Officer, baby. Guys, thank you all so much for hanging out. I love streaming. I would like to do more of it. I hope to see you guys soon. Spaceballs drinks, I can't think of any. There will be another episode next week, and then for the weeks after that, I just needed to live stream this week because there's so much Fallout stuff going on, and I didn't have an episode ready that was Fallout-centric, and also because it bought me an extra week of runtime, of runway, and I haven't talked about the Patreon enough. So if you're a show lover, check it out. Let me know if there's anything over there that's missing that you wish was there, or if you, it does, oh, that's fun, actually. I forgot about that, though. Hold on, before I go, I will show you that the radio does play music. It has a radio, like an actual radio, and it also has KPSS radio.
Hey yo, this is DJ Carl at KPSS, broadcasting from the base of the once beautiful Hollywood Hills.
Season 2 recaps for Patreon. Maybe. You can get it at the Bethesda shop site before they run out. It is actually, if you are willing to strip it apart, there's just an SD card in there, and apparently you can put your own animations if you're clever, and you can put your own music on there and stuff. So, just turn that off. YouTube told me about this. Glad I got to see you. Thanks, Zap Guy. Always looked amazing and great, young Gregory. I just saw that episode again recently. Young Gregory. I will, Catherine. I'm very pumped. I haven't had a decent vacation in a minute, and I'm really jazzed about it. And I'm looking forward to like really just spending some actual time with my kids and my wife instead of being Ghost Dad, who's trapped at the other side of the house doing the show. Always. Guys, good night. Good luck. Thank you all. I will see you soon in another episode of HCD and another live stream. Does the bell do much for you on YouTube? It doesn't hurt. I mean, anything that makes you watch and lets you know that the show is out is probably great. I should probably make use of like a mailing list or something too. It would not be stupid of me. Good night. Good luck. And thank you so much for making all of this possible. And all of this possible. I don't know. I'm bad at goodbyes. I don't know what else to say. See you soon. Bye-bye.